your home, and I need to ask you a few favors. In the kitchen, there's a spider stuck between the window and the screen, and I know it's dead, and technically it's outside, but it's still freaking me out. Can you flick it out or something? Also, just to save some money, and it's super easy, could you bundle your home and car insurance with Geico? Last thing, could you take the holiday decorations down? Yeah, I'm one of those.
Geico. For bundling made easy, go to geico.com today.
The Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles reminds you to stay in the game and play by the rules. Texting and driving is against the law. One text takes your eyes off the road for about 5 seconds. At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving around twice the length of a basketball court with your eyes closed. To win while driving, you must focus. Put it down and focus on driving to arrive alive.
Back after this from your local station on the Seminole Sports Network from Learfield IMD College.
Your health is on the line. Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare is here with the most advanced medical care in the region. TMH is home to the Panhandle's only comprehensive stroke center, one of the top heart and vascular programs in the Southeast, the most powerful cancer center in the area, and Tallahassee's only trauma center. Our expert team offers the latest technology and treatment options to get you back in the game. We are Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare, your hospital for life. Florida State University Credit Union is the champion's choice, serving the FSU community for over 60 years. FSU Credit Union is not-for-profit and full of benefits. Benefits like competitive loans, nationwide account access, as well as FSU-themed debit and credit cards. A portion of loan proceeds benefit local charities and an endowed scholarship at FSU. As part of the FSU family, we invite you to join FSU Credit Union, the official credit union of Florida State Athletics. Find out more at fsucu.org. Membership required, federally insured by NCUA.
Play coverage from Florida State basketball is brought to you by Powerade, the official sports drink of the Florida State Seminoles. Powerade, power through. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. By Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare, your hospital for life. And by State Farm, when you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Now let's go courtside to the voice of the Seminoles, Gene Deckerhoff.
Florida State versus Notre Dame. Florida State has won 14, lost 7 against the Irish, all-time 7-4. This is Leonard Hamilton's record. He's 7-4 at Florida State. The Noles are 7-4 all-time against South Bend last year. We will end for 20 seconds, and that's it. The stick back with 3.8 seconds left by Trent Forrest enabled Florida State to notch a 73-71 win at the Purcell Pavilion, and that was the very first Florida State win in South Bend, Indiana. Both coaches have listed their starting lineup. For the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, one change. Nicola Jogo, a graduate student from Hamilton, Ontario, will get the start. This is his fourth start, so a little bit of a switch. He's a good three-point shooting forward at 6'7". Here are the other starters. Prentice Hubb, their leading scorer. Top player, in fact, he made my third-team All-ACC ballot. 6'3" junior from Upper Marlboro, Maryland, averages 14 and a third points. Trey Wirtz is the number 2 guard at 6'5", a junior from Charlotte, 8.5 points a ball game. The big guys inside,
What's up, Mr. Wolf?
And Juwan Durham, ironically, both are from the Sunshine State. Mashevsky and Durham combined averaged 13 rebounds, and Mashevsky, despite being a 6'10" forward, is an outstanding three-point shooter. He's made 36 three-point shots this season. So it's Hubb, Wirtz, Mashevsky, Durham, and Jogo for Coach Mike Bray. For the Florida State Seminoles, well, we go back to the normal starting lineup. Senior night on Wednesday, and we had 4 seniors that are walk-ons that got the start in that ballgame. But today, the regular starters are back. Raekwon Evans will return to the starting lineup. Raekwon Gray, Anthony Polite, also Koprivica, and MJ Walker. So the only difference there is you do not have Wyatt Wilkes in the starting lineup. It's Evans, Gray, Polite, Koprivica, and Walker. Those are your starters for today's game. Florida State with a record of 15-4, 11-3 in conference play. Notre Dame sub 500, 9-14, 6-11 in league play. And the Noles tip off just a little after 12 noon. Our Seminole Network coverage of Florida State versus Notre Dame continues after these messages.
Are you a fan of all things Florida? Then the Fresh from Florida Club should be on your menu. Hi, I'm Chef Justin Timoneri.
And I'm Chef Bridget Baxley. We're Florida's culinary ambassadors and the chefs behind your favorite Fresh from Florida recipes.
Join the Fresh from Florida Club where you can search and save delicious recipes, create custom menus, and you can ask us your cooking questions.
It's free and easy to sign up. And best of all, you'll be supporting Florida farmers and fishermen. It's the Fresh from Florida Club.
Join and follow freshfromflorida.com today.
Hi, Seminole fans. Chief Declaroff here for UPS. Your customers want more from your business. You've got to make more happen, whether they're in Tallahassee or on the other side of the world, locally or locally. UPS is building solutions to help businesses give their customers exactly what they want. More made easy. UPS, the official logistics company of Florida State Athletics.
This is the Seminole Sports Network from Learfield IMG College. Protect his home and family from disaster. Steve used courage, wisdom, and his camera phone.
That should do it.
Way to go, Steve! By simply taking digital pictures of his family's important documents, Steve can always have them stored safely online, no matter when disaster strikes. Learn other simple ways to protect your home and family before a natural disaster at ready.gov. That's ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
To buy your home, you became a house hunting ace, learned about loans, scoured neighborhoods, and asked the right questions. Now you're queen of your castle. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. With 401k tips and smart saving strategies, you'll feel empowered to own your retirement like you own your home. Go to aceyourretirement.org because when it comes to clearing financial hurdles, you're an ace. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Florida State playing in South Bend, Indiana, trying to notch its second consecutive Atlantic Coast Conference regular season title. And in the toughest conference in college basketball, when you say the regular season title, that means something. I mean, this is not a middle range basketball conference. This is the elite of the elite. This is the blue blood of college basketball.
For this program, as you think about Leonard Hamilton now in his 19th season, but really in the 6th season of this style of play. They made a change back in about 2014, 2015 when they brought in Malik Beasley, Dwayne Bacon, and that group. And ever since then, Florida State has been a team that's played a lot of players and number of guys who have had to sacrifice for the benefit of the team, and they've been successful in doing so.
Fighting Irish for the basketball first, and the first shot of the game. Prentice up, buries the three for
Lining mode.
See a lot of from Prentice Hub in this game. He takes a lot of threes, and when they're good, he makes a lot of threes.
Off the Seminoles miss, the Irish trying for the dunk. We've got a foul, but welcome to the party, Nikola Jogo.
And Nikola Jogo, on his senior night, getting out in transition, you see the smiles and his teammates coming over. And I'm interested to see, how did this basketball come out? Because it went down. That should count. That should be a bucket for Nikola Jogo, because that basket went through and it was hit by the arm of a Florida State player coming out. That's going to be a good basket when the officials go over. Hopefully Jamie Luckey gets an opportunity to look at this. But I believe that's a good bucket.
Did you know that the graduate senior from Hamilton, Ontario had that in him?
No, I didn't know that, and neither did his teammates. When you see the reaction of his teammates coming up, but as Jogo goes along, that basketball is through the net. I believe it hits MJ Walker's head. It hits the back of MJ Walker's head and goes back out. I believe that should be a good basket.
But obviously, Jamie Luckey, after looking at it, the lead official here this afternoon said no, and so it's a couple of free throws for Jogo.
Well, I don't believe Jamie Luckey actually had the opportunity to go review it. He went over to talk with with Coach Mike Bray, but I don't think he ever looked at the video, but that is apparently a reviewable play. If I'm Jogo, I'm hot about that because that's 2 points.
Right, and it's a spot potentially on SportsCenter's top 10 plays. What a way, though, to start senior day in South Bend. He's one of 2 seniors on this short Fighting Irish roster, of course, along with their 6'11" center, Jawan Durham, in the starting 5. They were recognized before tip-off late this morning. Balsha Koprivica with the putback to get the Noles on the board.
You know, and Doug, one thing that we have to always consider, Florida State right now has a 25-game home winning streak in ACC play. However, this Florida State team is not the same team on the road. We watched them, you know, a week ago give up a big second half to North Carolina and a loss in Chapel Hill, and we've seen them struggle at times on the road. Losses at Clemson, losses at Georgia Tech, as well as at UNC. So this team is a much better home team. And right now, Coach Ham hoping that his team shows up here on the road to clinch the ACC.
Foul on the drive by Anthony Polite. And head coach Mike Bray in his 21st year with the Irish. And you see he's the all-time winningest coach in program history. National Coach of the Year a decade ago. He's twice taken this program in both 15 and 16 to the Elite Eight. So close to getting to the Final Four, but has yet to get there.
And Coach Bray hoping that his team is able to benefit from being on their home court after a disappointing performance against NC State on Wednesday. A bit of repair to the psyches of his players, which now actually have some students in the building, I believe up to 400 students coming in and making noise at Purcell Pavilion.
Second game in a row that they've allowed, like you said, about 400 students to come in, and they certainly make themselves heard. And I find it fascinating, Corey. I have said, there's the dunk for Jogo, and that one's going to count.
And that one I can respect. I've seen that from Jogo before, and nice play. The setup on the back door, when you know Florida State is going to be out in passing lanes, they try to force turnovers, taking advantage of the back door, but also clearing the side, giving Jogo the easy bucket.
Off the mark by Polite. Well, Jogo goes in with 2 hands this time with nobody defending him, and it's no problem throwing it down.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't go Jogo going all pogo on this right now when you think about he's got the sticks that he's jumping off of. Got off to a great start here on his senior night.
Well, consider the fact that about 10 minutes ago, both he and his head coach had tears in their eyes while they played O Canada to recognize his home country on his senior day. He has come out flying to begin his final ball game on the home floor at Purcell Pavilion.
And you got to be happy for this young man when you, as he said, his ups and downs at Notre Dame, but you appreciate what he's been able to do in this program and getting an opportunity tonight to make a difference in this game early against the best team in the ACC and trying to come up with a win on his last opportunity to play in this building.
And Jogo's parents moved from former Yugoslavia to Canada back in the 1990s to escape the Civil War there. He was actually born in Hamilton, Ontario, just outside of Toronto, and where he was raised. 3 minutes in, Seminoles trying to get things going on the offensive end. It's another empty trip, and here comes Notre Dame on top by 5.
But that's been the area of concern for Florida State, especially on the road. It's the turnovers, not always getting quality shots. As Jogo knocks down the 3 in the corner, and you couldn't have scripted this any better than what we're seeing for Nikola Jogo to start off his senior night.
Strong drive for 2 by Raekwon Gray.
But you know what happens now, though. Okay, Jogo continues to play like this, and he has a big game like he had the 18 points against Miami in a very strong performance. Then you start to wonder, why haven't you been doing this all year as Jogo continues to stay aggressive? And you can tell he's playing with tremendous amount of confidence. Trey works with the penetration. MJ Walker falling asleep defending Jogo, who rotates to the corner, knocks down the lefty three, and then in attack mode on the next possession finds himself at the free throw line for an opportunity to put 2 more points on the board. And right now, Jogo already with 6 points.
What's up? What's up, Turnt?
It should have 8 points.
What's going on?
Not much, man. It's going to be a tough game today.
Yeah, it is.
Corey, I was starting to say before, and you and I have had this conversation a number of times this year, largely without fans in the stands this season due to the pandemic, of course. I've been amazed the fact that ACC home teams have won 66% of their games, 2 out of every 3 in conference play. And that's such a much higher number than other conferences around the country. What on earth do you attribute that to?
Well, when you asked me this question earlier in the year, and you said, is there home court advantage? I said, yes, there were. Many of the, experts have said that there were not. But the reason why I think that there is simply because of the familiarity of the building. Prentice Hub pulling up the 3. He knows this building, and he's been shooting in this building now for 3 years. But Florida State plays here maybe once a year. They don't have the same level of familiarity. I think that is a difference maker for all of these teams, is knowing the backdrop, knowing the environment in which they're playing.
Nate Laszewski. Here come the Noles on the run out. 1 man to beat. Lost out of bounds by Sadar Calhoun. Back to the Fighting Irish, who are on top by 8 points early on the 11th ranked Seminoles. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is presented by 5 Hour Energy, the official sponsor of Getting Stuff Done.
Man.
My God.
5 Hour Energy helps you get stuff done. And now, when you purchase 5 Hour Energy, you can instantly win cash prizes. For complete rules and how to enter, visit 5hewin.com. 5 Hour Energy, the official sponsor of Getting Stuff Done.
It all starts with an invitation to experience Lexus. The Invitation to Lexus sales event.
Get 0% APR financing on the 2021 NX300.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
You ever think Pac-Man gets tired of eating these same little dots? I could get any 2 toppings on my large pizza for just $10. Pepperoni, sausage, bacon, $10 tastemaker, only from Pizza Hut. I think I'm about to out-pizza the Hut. No one out-pizza the Hut.
We make it easy for you to get your taxes right. But we know money is tight. You can file online for free. Tax refund guaranteed. File online for free. Podcast your back.
Not everybody wants the same thing. That's why I go with Liberty Mutual. They customize my car insurance so I only pay for what I need. Because I do things a bit differently. What, teddy bears? What, teddy bears here? Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
We were alone when my husband had the heart attack. He's the most important thing in my life. I'm so lucky to get him back.
Your heart isn't just yours. Protect it with Bayer aspirin. Be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen.
Someday I'll ask you a question that will change me forever.
If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting.
Start your someday today with 20 to 40% off all bridal.
This beer looks just like beer. But what if we told you its recipe is over 100 years old? Created in Mexico by a German brewmaster. It's not just any beer now, is it? Dos Equis, the most interesting beer.
It all starts with an invitation to experience Lexus. The Invitation to Lexus sales event.
Get 0% APR financing on the 2021 IS300.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
The Canadian national anthem typically is not played at Purcell Pavilion, but this being senior day right before tip-off, they did play it today for graduating senior Ncaa Jogo. You'll never convince me, Corey Alexander, that coaches don't care and that they don't make real lifelong connections with their players.
Well, and I agree with that, but especially when you consider Mike Gray. I mean, he cares more than average. And when you think about him again, that's a great gesture by Notre Dame in playing the Canadian national anthem for Nkola Jogo to start this game off. But not only that, you see how emotional it was for both Jogo and Mike Gray.
Yo, we got Hurricane T2Y in the chat.
At the top of the list. He is truly a player's
What's up,
coach.
T2Y?
His guys love competing for and with him.
Prentice Hub misses on the layup attempt. Wyatt Wilkes into the game. Florida State playing in the road blacks. Here is Wilkes on the give back from Raquan Gray. Ball heading out of bounds. Ryan able to save it. Irish back the other way on top by 8.
Oh, see, Jogo, you got to pull up on that one. You got it going. You got 8 of the first 13 points already, which should be 10 of 15 for the Fighting Irish. That would have been a heat check for Nkola Jogo.
Look at what T2Y said about me. He said, Dominic, I swear you was a Virginia fan. T2Y, give me a break, man.
Cormac Ryan has his first 3 of the afternoon, and just like that, it's a double-figure lead for the Irish.
And the Irish have come out playing with a tremendous amount of confidence. And, you know,
man, we're down by 11. We got to step it up.
Conversation with this team is Nam looks at the 3, and not to say he can't make that, but I'm not sure that's the shot Florida State wants right now. But that's definitely what Notre Dame wants early in the game. We've seen Cormac Ryan get started in first half before. Had 21 in the first half at Duke, and off to back-to-back threes to start this one. As Notre Dame holds a 14-point lead early over the top seed in the ACC.
No way in hell we should be losing. They ain't got the good dudes we got.
The new Schick Hydro Stubble Eraser shaves long stubble comfortably. The Stubble Eraser's comb lifts and aligns longer facial hair.
5 points.
Enjoy less tugging and pulling. Then
We're down by 14. What is going on with us?
To you, Schick Hydro.
At Domino's, we're
but they need to step
for
it up.
$7.99. We're hearty handmade.
You got that right.
Gluten-free crust, foldable Brooklyn-style crust, and crunchy thin crust too. Carry out 3-topping pizzas on any of Domino's 5 crusts for $7.99 each.
Well, Corey, as you alluded to, Cormac Ryan really put it on the Blue Devils of Duke earlier this year down at Cameron Indoor. He's got glimpses of that starting here this afternoon against Florida State.
There's been Ryan and Jogo. They've been the guys for Notre Dame early in this game. 14 points combined for these two guys as they've gotten off to a great start against Florida State. And again, you know, you always ask the question, wait a minute, if you come in and you can do this against Florida State, why haven't you been doing this all season long? We've seen spots where these guys have been spectacular this year.
Hurricane T2Y said, don't fall apart at the end of the season, FSU.
Season.
The outstanding Florida State freshman Scotty Barnes off the bench with his first 2, and then snaps an 8-0.
I mean, March Madness is just around the corner. You excited for a turn?
Florida State is once.
Yeah, you know I am.
He's been in for a few minutes now, and it's still Notre
One of
Dame's
the biggest events across the USA. Am I right?
You are
able to finish it, but the other senior, Jawan Durham, making plays defensively and turning it into offense.
Come on.
He says the senior from Tampa, Florida. It's my senior day too. Seminoles get those 2 right back on the pull-up. 21-9, Irish on top.
And Florida State has to be careful about building.
21-9.
This hole that they've done early.
We cut it with
in this game.
It's not that good.
Because that puts so much more pressure on against Notre Dame. And Notre Dame, quite frankly, is a team that
we just playing that bad.
So that's not something that Leonard Hamilton's group can rely on in this game.
We just playing bad.
Yeah, true.
Today, our full day of college basketball across our networks is highlighted by 2 key matchups on ESPN and the app. Number 4, Illinois takes on number 7, Ohio State at 4 Eastern, 3 Central. And then Duke and North Carolina square off again. The Tar Heels beat the Blue Devils, of course, February 6th in a thriller. That one is a Sonic.
Yeah, Allen boy.
Raquan Gray.
That's true.
Leszewski draws the charging foul.
They give Nate Leszewski a tremendous amount of credit for stepping in there. Raquan Gray is not the guy you want to step in front of and take that charge, but you see Gray lowers that shoulder, and Leszewski above the restricted area, stepping in, taking that charge, And right now, Mike Bray has to be happy with the way things have gone for his team early, but the 5 turnovers for Florida State have definitely hampered them as Prentice Hub gives it right back to the Noles.
Then we see Malik Osborne in the for Florida State. He is from Chicago, and so he's got a lot of tickets for friends and family. 13 different family members have made the trip to South Bend for this game. Scotty Barnes now with 4 points off the bench for the Noles.
What a luxury it is to have your point guard being able to go out and post
Now we're
up.
down by 10.
Starting power forward. We're playing the center position right now. The Chesky, Scotty Barnes.
Island Boy said, could barely hear you, little Turnt.
Yeah, I got a microphone next to the speaker so you can hear the game.
Alrighty, I'll take a 2. 21-11. Oh, no.
From deep.
It's
back to a 13-point Notre Dame lead over 11th ranked Florida State.
Notre Dame can't keep this up. They hit.
Yeah, if they do, I don't know what to say.
From beyond the 3-point arc, but he can get hot with the best of them.
Alrighty, that's a 2. I'll take it.
Came into this game 15 points shy of 1,000.
I'm hoping we get the dub.
But seriously, they need to start shooting threes.
So Prentice Hub off to a good start as well as Sidar Kamhoon.
This is what I noticed about Florida State. When we start shooting threes,
for Florida State, however, still trailing by 11. As Notre Dame has been able to operate.
The games we lost, we didn't even shoot much threes.
That's because Florida State missed 7 of his first 9 shots and already has 5 turnovers. Out of bounds, it'll stay at this end. When we come back, 10:55 remaining in the half. With
down 11.
Ryan and the Irish rolling.
And Ryan find the range from 3. Notre Dame firing on all cylinders early in this game.
Only down 11 points.
Yeah. Trying our best to stay in it, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. We'll be all right.
I hope so.
Deals for all. Now at Dunkin'. Order ahead plus earn rewards. America runs on Dunkin'.
This beer looks just like beer.
Yeah.
But what if we told you its recipe is over 100 years old? Created
during halftime.
Brewmaster. It's not just any beer now, is it? You'll say it's the most interesting beer.
Jake from State Farm, I knew it.
Ooh, see? Surprising. Just like State Farm surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
My grandfather gave me this necklace after my grandmother passed away. It carries that spirit of loving people with all that you have. It's my superpower.
Introducing the Closer Together collection, inspired by your extraordinary love stories. Jared, love brilliantly.
With a top-rated app that lets you deposit checks and transfer money anytime, anywhere, banking.
What's up, Panama Jack? How you doing, man?
Kind of like.
What is a banana jack?
I'll take Barkley.
Yes, I still got it. I told her she picked me first.
Yep, even easier than that. Plus, with no fees or minimums on checking and savings
Panama
accounts,
Jack.
is it really even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Capital One Bank. What's in your wallet?
These nuts.
With great deals, get ready to turn your dreams into reality.
What makes an amazing deal even better? How about that every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, a 2-year or 25,000-mile no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places. Dr. Pepper and cream soda's here. A new combo that's music to my ears, okay. Cream soda, yeah. Dr. Pepper time.
These guys are playing like 0 overall players.
Yeah.
Who for FSU?
Dr. Pepper and cream soda.
Are you serious, America? Oh, you can't teach that.
By the way, Turn, I made my way too early top 25 predictions for the next upcoming college football season.
Oh, okay.
And do you know where I think the Seminoles will end up in?
I think top 15, hopefully.
I think they'll end up in at the number 5 spot.
That?
Yeah.
Season finale. They are.
I'm serious.
This year, totally different. Just trying to think about that. He did the field 68.
And that's, the concern, of course.
They're hitting all the
but
threes.
I believe they have to win this game.
Good point. You do have a good point there.
God damn.
Come away from Chapel Hill with the win. I believe it's over for Duke unless they win.
I think they missed like 1 3 the whole game.
As we see another turnover.
Oh, another 3 for Notre Dame.
Some free.
Chesky. And Chesky, who hasn't been as great.
You said it.
Notre Dame recently doing a much better job defensively to start this game off. 2 possessions where he's taken offensive fouls and caused turnovers for the Seminoles.
Meanwhile, as we were coming out of break,
imagine if we scored 7 straight unanswered points on the Fighting Irish at this point.
That is why they are dangerous. This is a very good shooting team.
Yeah, I mean,
have it going. They can.
I was hoping they would win, but I don't think it's going to happen today.
Now, since 2017, they would love to change that here and spoil the potential.
Come on, we got to put up some threes.
On the line today, if Florida State wins, they win a 2nd straight regular season ACC title and the number 1 seed in the upcoming ACC
these refs, man.
And it's another
these refs take some weird ass call. It was a travel.
But what you're seeing from Florida State,
I know you like beer, but chill out.
It's a defensive possession. The Achilles heel for Leonard Hamilton's team. They're not a great defensive rebounding team. You saw Notre Dame get multiple offensive rebounds. Not that Notre Dame's a great offensive rebounding team, but also the 7th turnover already in the first 10 minutes of the game for Florida State. And when you look at that, they only get some field goals. So they've got more turnovers than they do field goals. They're about 14 here with 9:40 remaining.
Yeah, this matches the largest lead of the day. Ryan being defended
For
close.
Notre Dame, that is, with the largest lead of the day, up by 14.
The Irish will keep with 3 on the shot clock.
This first half for Florida State looks eerily similar to the second half we saw of them last week in Chapel Hill, with the turnovers and, of course, giving up the offensive rebound. Carolina to come back. They made a huge comeback at halftime.
Oh, wait, who did the Seminoles play last week?
And knock off Florida State. Once again, Florida State is not the same team on the road that we see at the Tucker Center in Tallahassee.
Why do you keep saying that? We know that. Well, they're not the same team when they're not playing
Raekwon Gray, number 1 in black with the basketball.
He's so happy. Notre Dame's okay.
Because the announcers like to jack the winning team.
Calhoun, good ball fake. Open 3, no. Fight for the rebound.
Get in there.
It's Gray.
There we go.
And a chance for 3.
There we go.
Did we just get a 3?
3-point play.
The reasons why
Oh, we got a 2. All right, I'll take it.
Come out.
But when we take it, they always shoot a 3, and they make it.
Oh, I hope they don't make another 3.
The free throw line.
They look like one of those teams that shoot 3s, but
to make a 3-point play. But right now, Raekwon Gray trying to get his.
Oh, we made a free throw. All right.
Greater than it has been. Resumes of this game. Because Notre Dame has found a level of confidence in their rhythm on offense. And right now, Florida State going to have time.
Feels good to be back in here, Turnt.
Get the quality shots that they've gotten.
Feels good to be back.
Has said of Raekwon Gray, he's understanding more about how to utilize.
I mean, it's been a while, hasn't it?
Shows his growth and maturity, and he says he's filling the valuable
leadership. It's definitely been a while.
Last year, by current Utah Jazz player Trent Forrest, and those are pretty big words coming from a potential Hall of Fame head coach.
We gotta stop.
Yeah, they really are.
Let's go. Finally, we gotta stop.
What Florida State is
about. It took them a year.
When you consider coming in,
it took them some time. They just needed to get their defense together.
As we see
but we don't know if it's together. There's only one stop.
record. We got to continue to call it out because this is the reason why Florida State has struggled in this game. They're 7 for 15 from the floor, shooting 47%. But Notre Dame already has 19 field goal attempts, and they're shooting 47.4. So of course, you get 4 shots, and you're making threes.
There we go. There we go.
And on those 7 made buckets for the Seminoles, 0 assists.
There we go. Get that 3. Come on.
Not a good assist to turnover ratio.
I just got one question.
Gray fights for it. It comes to Prentice Hub.
How is an unranked team beating us?
Well, anything can happen in basketball. You
play like shit.
You could not have scripted a better start to this game for Mike Gray and his group. Prentice Hub getting out in transition. We've talked about his scoring, but also one of the top assist players in the ACC and nationally in his 3rd season, finding Jawan Durham running the floor and finishing it off.
This score does not look right.
A bench warning has been issued to Florida State. As play continues, just under 8 minutes remaining in the first half.
Dang, we got a bench warning. What does a bench warning mean, by the way?
Nice play by Coach Beats taking
they're
his time
stepping on the court. The coaches are playing getting on the court.
Oh.
I truly don't blame them.
Oh, okay.
I'll be pissed too.
The ACC
during play.
Notre Dame not going to help.
So it probably was Coach Hamilton or something. Oh my
God. Good one. Leszewski. It's another Notre Dame slam dunk.
Play defense. Come on, people.
Yeah, come on, man. We gotta play some
let that little
defense.
dude on you.
Oh my God. Calhoun is still the air ball. Wow.
That is now 7 assists on 11 made field goals for a very connected Notre Dame team.
Shit.
Why does he sound like a dude from Cartoon Networks?
Plant-powered Creative Roots gives kids the hydration they
We
need
play
with
like
the sweet
crap.
flavors they love, and 1 gram of sugar. Find
Yeah, Island Boy is pissed.
We're not even playing. We're not even. Oh, this is hard to watch, man.
Crust is flaky layers of buttery bliss.
Hard to
Rising
watch.
crust is
But do
fresh.
you think we'd be able to stay with our 1 seed,
Everyone in your family to
even if we lose this game?
It's DiGiorno.
Wendy's new
Man, we should be down by 30 points.
And
Jeez.
prove Wendy's goes all
This
in
is
on
bad.
flavor. Unlike we put a bun inside the sandwich.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Hurry into Wendy's and try the new
God
jalapeno
dang,
peppers
man, what's
roll
going on?
today.
This beer looks just like
I don't know. Our defense must be bad, or we might just be
that's
playing bad, the
definitely
whole
the
team.
case.
Mexico by a German brewmaster. It's not just any beer now, is it? Those
I
are
always say people
most
overrate this
interesting
defense.
beer.
It all starts with an invitation to experience Lexus.
I mean, what would happen if we somehow came back in the second half and got the dub?
RX 350.
I think we can.
Experience amazing.
We can.
Yeah, cause what would happen if we win this game? Would we be the ACC champions?
Yeah, well, we could lose the game and still be regular season champions. But it'd be easier if we win.
I'm Jason Tatum.
Yeah, you do have a good point there. That's true.
You want to win, just you don't want to risk it, so it's better just to win this game.
My sub
Yeah.
unlike somebody.
Who's behind us?
Why would you say that, Jason? Hey man, I'm just talking about subs here. Oh come on. My sub is more. My sub has more rings than your sub.
Who's behind us in the top 25? Who's at number 12?
I have no idea.
And now safe.
Can I go ahead and check?
Fresh.
You can do that.
I'm actually going to go ahead and check right now to see who is behind the Seminoles.
Okay.
Featuring 3 title fights. Blachowicz versus
At one point, I thought they were number 9.
Nunes versus Anderson. This is the and Young versus Sterling.
I guess not.
Get UFC 259 and a year of ESPN Plus for only $89.98. With ESPN Plus, you'll get unrivaled UFC access, including exclusive fights and a rich hook content. Fight on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
Champ Sean and John, huge game.
It's Kansas. It's KU. Kansas.
Okay.
No, actually, we're number 11. They're 13. My bad.
It's not just making shots. That's great spacing and great pacing. 17-point lead, Doug and Corey.
No doubt, Kevin, and with James Booknight cylinders now healthy, and Jalen Gaffney and R.J. Cole, this UConn team sets up, to me, Corey, even though they're not ranked and they've lost their share of games this year, as a potential team that could do some damage in the tournament.
And congratulations to my guy, Danny Hurley, on his extension. Well-deserved, as he's getting that UConn program going back in the direction which we've seen them throughout the national championship years with Kevin Ollie and Jim Calhoun, of course. And right now, UConn playing his best basketball heading into March.
In South Bend, we've got Notre Dame with a surprise 31-18 lead over Florida State. The 11th-ranked Seminoles made a three-point bucket. They've turned the basketball over, and they've allowed at this end of the floor for Nate Laszewski and the Irish to pretty much do what they want.
And that's one of the things we haven't seen a lot of in Nate Laszewski. In 9 of his last 10 games, he does not have double-digit.
Okay, number 12 is Arkansas, so they're the team behind us.
Was 27-point game where he won 11-13 against Georgia Tech.
How are we letting the pig go on this?
Tomorrow afternoon, it's the regular season finale for number 18 Texas Tech and number 3 Baylor. And this one has big-time NCAA tournament implications. 4 Eastern, 3 Central on ESPN and the app. Couple of free throws by Nate Laszewski, the junior from Jupiter, Florida. And this now the largest of the afternoon at 15.
And even though Florida State has tried to find a way to
We're losing by like what, 15?
Score, they have been able to stop Notre Dame. The defensive effort is not the same for Florida State that we've seen from them in past games, especially when we see them on their home court.
Scotty Barnes back on the floor for Florida State. This is Raekwon Evans back to Barnes, under 10 to shoot. Evans misfires, 1 and done. Cormac Ryan clears the defensive glass. Dane Goodwin down the lane. It's yet another basket at the rim for Notre Dame.
And you see the difference between Nam playing in his first year at Florida State in comparison to
Come on, guys. Come on now.
Visa, who's now in his second year. Cole Visa, a better defender on the perimeter. And that's one of the things against Florida State. You're going to have your opportunities against their centers. You've got to have guys that can make plays. Dane Goodwin, one of those guys who does a great job being able to attack off the bounce.
Oh, we made a free throw.
What's up, Janelle?
What's up, Janelle Bruce? He says, what's good, Turnt? And Noel Nation, hit that like button. Yes, sir.
And so here's Raekwon Gray, redshirt junior out of Dillard High School in Fort Lauderdale. Makes the first. He's been a classic example. He's been a classic example of somebody who has really worked at his game. Now in his 4th year in the program after a redshirt year. And he's gone from role player to he's going to be somewhere on the All-ACC teams when they are announced later this week.
I agree, and he's part of the culture at Florida State where you have 2 different types of guys.
Struggling with Notre Dame.
They've had the guys who have come in, played 1 year, maybe 2, and have been, NBA first-round picks and lottery picks. But they also have the development, which is a bigger piece to the puzzle, where you have the guys like Raekwon Gray, like Anthony Polite, and you think about
good defense. There we go.
All the guys
Alrighty. I'll take the 2 free throws we got. I'll take that.
Jones, and the reason why this program has had so much success,
even though we're losing by 15 points.
But then you go back to before when they played differently. When Leonard Hamilton won the ACC,
we're starting to catch up a little bit.
Different style of play for Florida State back then than what you see from them right now.
Come on,
but
basket.
Nonetheless productive.
There we go.
MJ Walker spins into the paint.
Oh my God! What was that?
Left it on the rim.
And Doug, one of the things we talked about before, and you and I will go back and forth.
Do we miss that?
Advantage. It doesn't matter. Florida State made 13 3-point field goals on Wednesday.
We're fouling on the other side. Stupid foul.
Not to say that Boston College is a great defensive team,
what's
but to
going
be
on?
completely honest, not to say that Notre Dame is a great defensive team either. Right now in this game, Florida State is 0 for 7 from 3. And again, to me, that's a difference maker when you consider
Notre Dame just got another 2, 37-20.
Free throws. Maybe have had a shoot around before, but in a noon game, I doubt very seriously that Florida State got an opportunity to get on the floor and get shots up in this building.
We are in
a
trouble.
shoot-around environment earlier today.
Come out here flat as hell.
Ncaa, the junior out of Gonzaga High School in Washington, D.C., gets the roll on his second free throw. He's in double figures, and the lead is 17. Gray working on Jogo.
Shit!
And again, it's one and done for the Seminoles.
This is horrible.
Trey Wirtz has it poked away. Cormac Ryan tries to settle it down, finds the cutting teammate Dane Goodwin for the layup.
But even on the 50-50 balls, right now, Notre Dame is quicker to the 50-50 balls and making
50-50.
Seminoles, we've seen Florida State do that all season long, but it seems as though they just have a quicker step to the basketball.
Yeah, this is just horrible. We're getting demolished.
Make a nice cut, and Ryan finds him for the assist. And you mentioned it earlier. We talked about it now. 8 assists on the 13 made field goals for Notre Dame. For Florida State, they only have
How much time is left?
in this game
5
compared
minutes.
to the 8 turnovers.
5 minutes in the first half?
That's why they trailed by 19 in the first half.
Gray, the pull up from the baseline. Looks
Island Boy says, ain't no coming back. We done for.
You think so?
Another thing that Notre Dame has done well.
That's what Island Boy thinks.
In this game, the average is over 10.
I think we can come back, yeah, but we got to play damn near a flawless game.
Take care of the defensive board so far in this game.
We got to play flawless from here on out.
Ooh, we got a free throw.
Scotty Bars.
Was he the guy that made it?
Yeah.
Ooh, Scotty Bars. I like that guy. He's been pretty decent with us so far throughout the season.
Scotty Barnes covering ground.
He might have to do a lot today.
When you're 6'8".
Yeah, probably. And we get the second one, 39-22.
They made
5 points for the freshman from West Palm Beach.
Shit, we're in so much
He began honing his immense skills as a youngster, both at Alice Mickens Park and the Salvation Army in West Palm. Stops at Cardinal Newman High School, University School. And next stop will be the NBA, a projected lottery pick for sure. You see the ESPN rank has him at 13. Other mock drafts have him going potentially much higher than that, Corey.
Well, and he is an example of what positionless basketball is in the NBA, especially today.
Notre Dame finally missed the 3.
1 through 4 in the NBA level. But his size allows him to defend multiple positions, and that's where his greatest strength is, his ability to not only guard on the ball, but as a help defender as well.
Walker, that would have been the first assist for
Walker,
Florida
cold
State.
as shit.
It also would have been the first 3-point field goal made for
MJ
Florida State.
Walker's
Florida
not
State has
making
now
nothing,
missed its last 6 shots in this game, allowing Notre Dame to continue to hold this double-digit lead.
This match.
Durham can't get the
Oh, come on. What?
last to touch, they say the Seminoles. So when we come back, it'll
Bullshit,
be Notre Dame
man.
basketball.
Oh, my God.
5-hour energy.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I'll be right back, man.
All right.
Purchase 5-hour energy. You can instantly win cash prizes. For complete rules and how to enter.
Oh, this is hard to
5
watch.
HU
Hit that like button,
Round
y'all. This is
5-hour
hard to
energy.
watch.
The official sponsor.
What's up?
of
No, Henry,
Getting Stuff Done.
I'm sleeping,
How do you
man.
top a perfect cup of Dunkin' Cold Brew?
It's 4 a.m. over here, man. I just got up for this crap.
Sip
I woke
into
up for
a
this
smooth
crap.
Dunkin' chocolate stout cold brew topped with sweet
It's
cold
4 in the
foam.
morning over
Enjoy a medium for $3. Order ahead on the app.
Playing like
America
ass,
runs on
man.
Dunkin'.
Want to build a gaming business that breaks the internet? That means working night and day and delegating to an
Damn.
experienced live bookkeeper.
So woke
for
up at
peace of
4 in the
mind.
morning.
Your books are all set.
So you can finally give John some attention.
Trusted experts, guaranteed accurate books. Intuit QuickBooks Live.
No matter the neighborhood, you'll always have that neighbor, the one who has everything except humility. To show up the show-off, do you need power or this optimum power?
I can't believe we're losing like this.
Because Duracell Optimum makes this RC truck even faster than Gobbletown. We have a winner!
Woo!
Upgrade your device with Duracell Optimum.
With Metro by T-Mobile, your money goes further. Right now, there's 0 fees to switch. Get 2 free phones and 2 free tablets with unlimited. Just $25 a line for 4 lines. All on the T-Mobile network. Rule your day with Metro by T-Mobile.
Not everybody wants the same thing. That's why I go with Liberty Mutual. They customize my car insurance so I only pay for what I need. Because I do things a bit differently. What, teddy bears? What, teddy bears here?
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
This beer looks just like beer. But what if we told you
We
it's
get killed out here. What's up, Jim? Y'all hit that like button.
Created in Mexico by a
Hit that like button, please. What's up, Jim?
It's not just any beer now, is it? Dos Equis, the most interesting beer.
What's wrong
Someday I'll ask you a question that will change me forever.
If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting.
Start your someday today with 20 to 40% off all bridal. It all starts with an invitation to experience Lexus. The Invitation to Lexus sales event.
Get 0% APR financing on the 2021 NX3.
Alrighty, I'm back. Did I miss any shots?
The E-Trade halftime
You ain't missed nothing.
report is on the way. Coming up, big game for the Yukon Huskies.
Nobody's missing anything today. This team is playing like ass, man.
In action right now. What is up with Florida State?
Look, when we start talking about the Seminoles, every single
They're
time
happy. Look at what's up with Florida State.
they have not disrupted Notre Dame a single possession in this game. Notre Dame has too much rhythm. If you're worried about getting back in this game for Florida State, it's not about the struggling offense. It's about getting it right on D.
Yeah, they create the rhythm on the defensive end, and then you're going against a Notre Dame defense that's just safe, right? They don't foul. They don't give you any opportunities, so that sucks even more rhythm out of the game. They've got to do it for Florida State on the defense. Rising start so far. Doug, we'll see you for the E-Trade halftime report.
Sounds good, KC. And at this point, we'd like to give a tip of the cap to the voice of the Irish, Jack Nolan, who has been on the call for nearly 4 decades. He is calling his final game at Purcell Pavilion today before retiring. His beautiful wife, Rhonda, also is going to retire. And quote, he's become my psychologist. We're a therapist for each other, Corey.
Oh, my God.
And, of course, when you think about Jack Nolan, what he's been able to do over the last 39 years, not only with Notre Dame basketball, but as the voice of the Fighting Irish, and you consider
probably
the number of people
more than likely Panama
his
Jack
path
is
during that time, and I had to reach out
Yeah,
to
I agree with Panama Jack. He's got a good point.
I think we are.
in our ESPN family. And when
There's no way we should be
I reached out, and I want to just read it because I don't want to paraphrase what they said. I asked Jordan about it. He said, "I'm just grateful that I had 8 great seasons of fun."
This team
with,
not even
with
going.
Jack.
This team
Some
not even good enough to go
wins,
to the tournament.
tough losses throughout it all. Games
Good point.
that shared knowledge from Jack helped me to
We
this
won't even
day
be
in
playing
business.
this.
Also gained a lifelong friend. Jack Nolan is Notre Dame basketball. I will never see a 3 go in and not think, got it, his signature phrase. And that's Jordan. And, of course, I asked Alfonso
You
Ellis
better do
as well.
something right now.
Alfonso had simply, Jack is very special to me as a friend, an advocate
You
to
better do
get me on the
something.
radio team, and the one who spent time with me practicing calling a game in
Oh, my
preparation
God,
for my
we look so
ESPN
long.
interview. I have a sincere love and sense of gratitude towards him. He's the best, and it's been a tremendous blessing to me. And again, we have to give flowers to our people when they're here. And Jack Nolan, who has always been great to me, I want to give him his flowers now.
Oh,
because
my.
he is a strong representative of
We
what
can't
Did we miss a 2 or a 3?
the University of Notre Dame is all about.
We can't rebound.
No question.
We can't do
about it.
anything. We can't do anything out here.
Enjoy a little nice
Have we made any 3s?
winds
I
down,
think
and I've
one.
had the opportunity to get to know
Oh, we've only made 1 3.
Out of like 8.
And he's been a big part of all the way around too. He was on local television for a number of years. He's been so heavily involved in charitable work, and that will continue. That's not going to stop. And he's always going to be connected with Fighting Irish football and basketball. But again, a tip of the cap to what is his final day.
The trolls are going to start. The trolls are going to start attacking him
for
real
a
soon.
Notre Dame basketball game
Here
after
come the trolls.
39 years on the job.
I'm going to get trolled to death. Thank you, Florida State.
So far, his Fighting Irish are giving him a lot to be happy about on this.
Did you
final
hear
day.
that the person who commentates the Fighting Irish is retiring? This is his final game commentating. Did you hear it?
Nah, I wasn't listening.
But when you look at it again, this performance for them, I mean,
Mr. Wolf said we haven't made 1 3. So we 0 for 7 or 0 for.
You
I think we're 0 for 7.
want to send him off very well.
Oh, wowzers.
Was very happy that we mentioned this to him because
we just hit a
wanted to
three. I
make
think we just
sure
scored a three.
He
though.
got
We
his
scored a
thoughts across.
Yeah, we 1 for 9.
Jack.
1 for
Right
9.
now,
We just hit
Florida
a
State
three.
gets
1 for 9.
knock down their first three-pointer in this game. Now 1 for 9 from beyond the arc.
Wow.
Making it a 17-point game, but this first half has been all about the Irish.
Come on, go.
Rock taken away.
You travel. Fuck.
And it's
God dang it. Every time we about to make a run, it's a
against
call.
Barnes. He can't believe it.
Every time. Every single freaking time.
You see his feet shuffling now. Leonard
But
Hamilton
what do you know? We made a 3.
that position, but you see the feet shuffling before Scotty gets rid of the basketball.
Damn, every
Juwan
time
Durham
we
may
got a
have
call.
caused some
Every
of
time
the
we about to make a
contact,
run. Fuck.
but not enough for there to be a call as Notre Dame retains possession.
Damn it.
We just made a 3-pointer. You happy about that? Because I am.
We need about 8 more of those. Jeez.
In a situation like that, I believe we may have some blood on Cormac Ryan as he was sent to the bench.
God. Hit that like button, people.
Yeah, hit that like button and subscribe to my man TURNTTALLY if you haven't already.
See Network, and they'll have all 3 first-round games for you. 2 o'clock, 4:30, and 7 p.m. Eastern.
Man.
They'll also have the 4 second-round games Wednesday at noon, 2:30, 6:30, and 9 Eastern. ACCN has you covered for
Good Lord.
every early round.
We need to cut this
game.
within. Try
And here's
10
a look
at
at the
least.
bracket
Jeez.
while they
Yeah.
treat Ryan for that cut on his right elbow. The tournament doesn't begin until Tuesday, but if it starts,
Let me look at the ladder. Let me see that. Let me see the ACC ladder.
And that means right now, from the standpoint of this time exactly, because there's still a lot that could change in this ACC tournament bracket by the end of the day. A lot riding on this Duke North Carolina game based upon the fact that if Duke does not win that game, they would then fall to the 10 seed. North Carolina State would move up to 9 and take it on.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna make y'all Florida State. I'm gonna make Florida State fans feel better.
For the Fighting Irish.
We lose this game, we still get regular season champions.
11, Jogo 8,
If we lose this game, we're still ACC champions. That's right, everyone.
Regular season champions.
Regular season, yes.
Yep. We still get number 1 seed. We lose this game. So there's some good news, but still losing
in the March Madness tournament.
If we mentioned
no, ACC tournament will be number 1 seed, even if we lose.
Oh, got it.
Because Virginia, if we lose, if Virginia wins, we'll have the same record. But we beat Virginia, so we'll have that.
And FSU just made another 3.
There we go. There we go.
Oh, same for Notre Dame. They just made another 3, 45-28.
But Notre Dame has been able to keep their distance from Florida
That was
State.
Calhoun. Calhoun hit that
turning the basketball.
Oh man, that dude has been balling, hasn't he?
It's making it much more difficult.
He's been a lot better.
Yeah, he's been a lot better.
As you mentioned, Corey Prentice up is nearing 1,000 career points. He needed 15
Damn, we almost down by
coming in.
19.
He's now
Oh,
3
my
away
God,
from becoming the latest member of Notre Dame basketball history. He would be the 65th.
You notice the
1,000
commentators aren't even bringing up
And, this program
that Florida State's still going to be regular season champions even if we lose this game.
point scores all time, followed by
They're haters, man.
Duke is 3rd.
They're so happy. They're haters. They're just happy Notre Dame's beating us because they're Notre Dame guys, whatever.
And Jim in the chat says we'll be back-to-back regular season champions. He's right.
Yeah, either way, we lose or win this game, we still get it. The commentators are hating.
Point scores, then does
They hate
Notre
Florida
Dame
State
during that time span.
oh,
so Prentice
shit,
Hub
what was
trying
that?
to add to that.
Calhoun rises
There
up.
we go. There we go,
Makes his
Calhoun.
second three-pointer in a
There
row.
we go, Calhoun with a 3. Bang!
Starting to find a rhythm offensively.
There we go.
Calhoun.
This is an important possession right now.
Now that 3 was total clutch.
Yep. Come on, man. I lost my feed. God damn it. I'll get it back.
Wait, what happened?
I lost my feed. I'll get it back.
Oof.
It'll come back. It does it sometimes.
Jim said ESPN loves to hate us.
Yeah, they do. They don't want to give credit. I'll get it back. There it is. All right, so it's halftime.
At the end of the half, 47 for Notre Dame, 31 for us, Florida State.
With 1 second in the half, the heave is well short.
Halftime. I got it 4 in the morning for this.
With Notre Dame up by 16. Now let's go to Kevin Connors, Sean Farnham, and John Christman with the E-Trade halftime report.
Yeah, ESPN love to hate us. I know.
By the way, I like your profile picture, Jim.
All right, Doug, 28 straight losses against ranked opponents with Notre Dame playing so well today. E-Trade halftime report.
Notre Dame.
UConn no longer on the bubble after the win over.
They're playing so well today, and we're playing so bad. That's what's really going on.
Well, Sean, they are blowing the doors off Georgetown.
Yeah.
So can I give my thoughts on the first half for the Seminoles?
Yeah, go ahead.
Came out on fire, and then
So my thoughts on the first half for Florida State, honestly, I thought we could have done a lot better, but 31, that's okay. I thought we could have done a lot better, so hopefully we can step it up in the second half and probably get the dub.
Yeah. We still can win this game.
Yeah, I hope so.
I'd rather win than lose. But, hey, we'll see. We will see. Let's see, get this sound. Let me try and get this sound. Hold on. Let me see what Gene Deckerhoff has to say. Let me get him up. Gene Deckerhoff must be pissed.
Last time on College Sports Now, we didn't have sound systems back in the late 80s, so we brought in a boombox. And I know this is hard for you guys to imagine because you're younger than I am. And we put, and imagine the beginning of Jump playing on a boombox in the corner of a gym as we ran in thinking we were the coolest guys ever to do our layup drill. Follow College Sports Now on Twitter @CSNowTweets. Subscribe to the podcast on your favorite app like TuneIn, Apple Podcasts.
You stay asleep after you. I think they're asleep. Hold on, let's see what they got to say. This will be fun.
It's free and easy to sign up.
It's cause for pause. The fact that you can't get stops defensively, you can't get pressure and denials that lead to good rhythm on the offensive end. You're doing this against an inferior team in Notre Dame, and it's okay to say that. They're inferior. They're safe on the defensive end. They're not going to foul. They're not going to turn it over. I think it's really a bad recipe for Florida State today.
We keep looking and going, okay, besides the Michigan, Baylor, Gonzaga, who can win a national championship? And everybody, I mean, maybe it's Florida State.
Not this one.
Not this version of this team. And right now, like you're getting into Champ Week, ACC tournament starts next week. You've got to start playing with a little bit more of a sense of urgency. And when you go on the road, you got to be like, hey, if we're going to be elite,
first of all,
we've got to impose our will on this game.
Everybody's on the road.
No, that would have been the first assist for Florida State.
It also would have been the first three-point field goal made for Florida State. But Florida State has now missed its last 6 shots in this game, allowing Notre Dame to continue to hold this double-digit lead.
Durham can't get the roll. Last to touch, they say the Seminoles. So when we come back, it'll be Notre Dame basketball.
So who gets the ball to start the second half?
I don't know. I don't know.
Probably Notre Dame.
Oh, ESPN is really digging into us, aren't they? Wow.
Yeah. Yes, they are.
My God. ESPN is digging into us.
Yo, Mr. Wolfstrange said in the chat, ND.
The network studios. As we get you up to date on the ACC and the top 25 scoreboard, let's begin in the Atlantic Coast Conference, where there is one other game going on right now. Clemson ahead of Pitt, 38-36 at the halftime break. Tigers, of course, had their 5-game winning streak snapped in a 10th
We still can win this
at
game.
Syracuse on Wednesday, currently tied for 6th place in the ACC with North Carolina. Tigers are 10-1 at home this season, going up against a Pitt team that beat Wake Forest by 13 on Tuesday to snap a 5-game losing streak and perhaps maybe build some momentum for next week's ACC tournament. Pitt has lost 7 straight meetings against Clemson, having taken them down since March of 2014. That was Pitt's first year in the ACC. Still to come in Atlantic Coast Conference action today. Number 21 Virginia travels to Louisville.
Do you know ESPN just told on themselves?
What?
I just thought of this. They said, okay, look at the national championship contenders. He said Baylor, Gonzaga, and somebody else. And then he said, who else? Florida State?
Yes.
So why are we ranked number 11 then?
I don't know.
Should we by that conversation, shouldn't we be top 5 at least?
I think so.
See, they told them themselves. They're screwing. They be trolling with these rankings. They be trolling us with these rankings. They know that we're a top 4, top 5 team, but yet they have us at number 11. What a joke! What a joke! It's like they.
Hey, as I say it, it's a joke.
They hope we're bad. That's what it is.
Yeah, but I say it like this: it's a joke.
Yep, it's a joke. That's a number 11, but yet we're a national championship contender, but they have us at 11. Oh, okay.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
It doesn't.
I mean, we're going up against an unranked Notre Dame. Like, how are they this good? They're unranked, 9-14. It doesn't make any sense.
Look, when we start talking about the Seminoles, every single time we're starting at the defensive number 4. They have not disrupted Notre Dame a single possession in this game. Notre Dame has too much rhythm. If you're worried about getting back in this game for Florida State, it's not about the struggling offense. It's about getting it right on defense.
Yeah, they create the rhythm on the defensive end, and then you're going against a Notre Dame defense that's just safe, right? They don't foul. They don't give you any opportunities, so that sucks even more rhythm out of the game. They've got to do it for Florida State on the defense.
Rising start so far. Doug, we'll see you for the E-Trade halftime report.
Sounds good, KC. And at this point, we'd like to give a tip of the cap to the voice of the Irish, Jack Nolan, who has been on the call for nearly 4 decades. He is calling his final game at Purcell Pavilion today before retiring. His beautiful wife, Rhonda, also is going to retire. And they say, quote, we're looking to live a more normal life.
Do you know who it was now?
For what?
For the Notre Dame Fighting Irish commentator?
Nah. I'm not even paying attention, man. It's 4 in the morning over here. I'm trying to stay awake.
This is the Seminole Sports Network from Learfield.
Which state are you from? I'm from Virginia.
Florida.
Florida.
COVID cases on the rise.
Yeah.
Faculty safety is more important than ever. RJ Young provides zero contact temperature kiosks to scan temperatures of every.
I gotta find this game somewhere else.
Paired with a database, access through a QR code, you can monitor and log critical information for tracing needs. To provide COVID protection on your campus, visit rjyoung.com/safety.
The FSU bookstore has Tallahassee's largest selection of licensed Seminole merchandise. You can get your Seminole pride at the FSU bookstore. Join us for home game day events, autograph signings by FSU former players, and more. Check out our social media page at facebook.com/FSU bookstore for more details. You can shop at one of our 5 convenient locations or go online at shopfsu.com. Remember, the FSU bookstore has the largest selection of licensed Seminole merchandise.
Oh.
It's time now to relive the biggest moments of the first half with the Powerade First Half Scoring Recap. Powerade is the official sports drink of the Florida State Seminoles. Powerade, power through. Now, once again, let's head inside the Learfield IMG College Network Studios.
Halftime continues from South Bend. Florida State down 47-31. Against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Dave Velasquez back inside the network studios with your first half highlight recap. It's been Notre Dame leading wire to wire. They scored the first 2 baskets of the ball game.
Notre Dame sucks. It's so embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
And Nicola Jogo was the key contributor in the early going. He had 8 of Notre Dame.
I hope Coach Ham is getting in their ass, man. This is ridiculous.
Irish went 11-3 lead. Then Scotty Barnes tried to get himself going.
touches the ball top of the circle, left side. Wing it goes to Wyatt Wilkes, lobs in low. Scotty Barnes will post up ball. Olszewski, ball fake, puts up the shot.
Notre Dame sucks.
Off the rim, 21-11.
Scotty Barnes using that size inside to help trim the deficit down to 10 at 21-11, but Notre Dame would just continue to run. Juan Durham with a transition dunk.
All righty, man. Well, I'm gonna head out now. It's nice being with you, Turnt.
Thanks, man. Peace.
All right, good luck.
I'll see you for the tournament.
All right, man.
Peace.
From the outside, going 0 for 7 from beyond the arc before Matt Jack was able to step up.
Great pass, a little low, collected nicely.
Yeah, they'll come with us. Yeah, they'll come with us when it comes to do it right.
Cross-court pass into the corner, jump shot by Matt Jack.
Let's go,
Even though we lost the game, it's a bad
It's the
team.
first triple of the game.
Yeah.
By Seminoles 42.
Right, they don't want to see us winning. Notre Dame. Notre Dame is trash.
4 from beyond the arc in the first half. So
Notre Dame is trash, man.
One that made it a 16-point game at
Out of here.
31.
That's embarrassing.
That's where we're at halftime right now.
Oh,
Coming up
well.
after the timeout, we'll go through your first half stats on the Seminole Sports Network from Learfield, IMG College.
We can still come back and win this game. Somebody's like FSU stinks. Okay. Whatever.
The experts at Tallahassee Orthopedic and Sports Physical
Whatever, trolls. FSU doesn't stink.
within a few visits. With 3 convenient locations
First
across
place
Tallahassee,
ACC. We're
contact
good.
TOSPT today at TOSPT.com. Tallahassee Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy, a proud partner of Florida State Athletics,
Hit that
and
like.
choice for keeping you in the game of life.
Hi, Seminole fans. Gene Deckerov here for UPS. Your customers want more from your business. You've got to make more happen, whether they're in Tallahassee or on the other side of the world. Globally or locally, UPS is building solutions to help
E-trade, investing, banking, guidance.
This is one of the ones that went down. 3, Florida reaches 3 of 11 from behind New York. Big second half on the way. This has been the E-Trade halftime report.
How do you top the
Every day,
All these
Fast Signs helps
commercials.
businesses like yours with their visual communications. We ask the right questions, recommend smart solutions, and help you build your business. Our knowledgeable consultants uncover your communication challenges and provide visible solutions. At Fast Signs, we're innovators, planners, and designers.
Yeah, less
More than
games.
fast, more than signs.
Yeah, they can use the left
More than
game.
ready to help. Contact
Excuse
Fast Signs today.
Yeah, they can use that. There's no way in hell we should be number 11.
What T-Spark stands
Oh,
for.
man.
Stands for strength, commitment, teamwork, and heart. We don't ever quit until we've got nothing left to give. Our team is unstoppable. Want a guaranteed win? Call T-Spark Enterprises for your next roofing or construction project. We conquer all peaks. TSparkConstruction.com. License number CCC 1331204.
Welcome back to the Seminole Halftime Show. It's time to look at all the numbers from the first 20 minutes, presented by RJ Young. Visit rjyoung.com/discover to see how our team can start designing custom solutions for your business.
Hey, Ben, did you know that right now Geico is offering an extra 15% on car, motorcycle, and RV policies? That's on top of what Geico could already save you. So, what are you waiting for? Visit geico.com to learn more. Dave Pulaski in the network studios as we go through your first half stats. FSU trailing Notre Dame 47-31. Noles shooting just 39% from the field in the first half, 11 of 28, 3 for 11 beyond the arc, but they started out 0 for 7 from three-point land. They go 6 of 7 at the free throw line for an 86% clip. Notre Dame, meanwhile, 48% for the ball game so far, 7 of 18 from three-point range, a 39% rate, and they go 12 of 14 at the foul line. Rebounds favoring Notre Dame, 19 to 13. The Noles committed 9 first-half turnovers, 7 for the Fighting Irish in the first
It
half.
is not
Stark
shooting
Calhoun,
us.
the leading scorer for FSU. He had 10 first-half points. Prentice Huff, 13 for the Fighting Irish.
It is not
Second half
shooting
next on the Seminole Sports Network from Learfield. I'm Ncaa.
It's hot. That's the best game. Notre Dame is playing out of their minds. They're not missing pretty much. They're shooting like what 60%. Playing out of their minds, and we can't shoot. That's the difference. They playing the best game of their whole year.
Save money and earn a rebate up to $725.
It happens. It happens.
Our safe, reliable, and efficient
They played out of their minds.
Find rebate details at peoplesgas.com.
Hi, Seminole fans. Chief Deckerov here for UPS.
Out of their minds.
Want more from your business. You've got to make more happen, whether they're in Tallahassee or on the other side of the world. Globally or locally, UPS is building solutions to help businesses get their customers exactly what they want.
I don't hate you so bad.
UPS, the official logistics company of Florida State Athletics.
Man, Notre Dame is bad.
This is the Seminole Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.
Your health is on the line. Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare is here with the most advanced medical care in the region. It's home to the Panhandle's only comprehensive stroke center, one of the top heart and vascular programs in the Southeast. The most powerful cancer
Papa John's, Prentice Hub with those 13 to lead all scores. Joe on hand early, and he actually turned down a couple of shots there. You want him to keep firing.
I want him to keep firing. I want Nate Laszewski to keep firing. I want everyone from Notre Dame to keep firing because that's the way Mike Gray coaches them. He coaches confidence on the offensive end of the floor. He never wants guys to turn down good looks, especially when they're good shooters. And speaking of Jogo, he should have 10 points. A dunk that went through, that bounced off MJ Walker's head, did not count to give him those 2 points. He should be 3 for 3 from the field with 10 points.
47-31. Notre Dame trying to earn its first win over a ranked opponent in 4 years. They led by as many as 20 points late in the first half, and they've really been in control right from the tip. And if you're Florida State, Corey, what do they need to do to chip away at this and get back into it?
Well, they tried to run action to get MJ Walker a good look, and he got the good look, but unable to knock it down to start the second half. And MJ Walker now 0 for 4 from the field, is yet to score. I'm sorry, 0 for 4 from 3, 0 for 7 from the field, and is yet to score in what is his last regular season ACC game. And coming off of an 18-point effort against Boston College where he knocked down 6 of 9 3-point field goal attempts, as Prentice Hub airmails that one a little bit to the right. But MJ Walker's got to get going for Florida State. But the thing that Florida State's going to have to do most to get back into this game is on the defensive end of the floor. They've got to find a way to disrupt Notre Dame. The Fighting Irish shooting 47% in the first half of this game. Florida State has held their last 4 opponents under 40%.
There you go. There we go.
From the game, even in that loss against North Carolina.
Put back by Raquan Gray. Florida State shuffling the lineup to start the second half as well. And it's something Leonard Hamilton's very comfortable doing, especially when you go 11 deep on the roster as a matter of course.
But see, what happens as soon as you do that, now Mike Gray has to adjust and gets Jawan Durham out of the game because Florida State is playing 5 guards at this point. When you consider the 6'8", 6'9" Scotty Barnes is able to step in and play the center position. Even though he started most of the season as the point guard, he can play in the center position right now. That's how versatile he is, especially defensively. But that makes Mike Gray have to adjust his lineup and take Jawan Durham off.
Now we playing defense.
Again, these two coaches and programs, opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of how deep you go on the bench. Mike Gray has really 7 guys he's comfortable using. Leonard Hamilton, as mentioned, goes 10, 11 deep every single, not just game, but every half. You see that many guys get in there typically.
But you see Durham now back on the floor as well as Laszewski on the defensive end. And that could be an issue when you've got the 5 guards on the floor for Florida State because they're going to pick and choose who they have the opportunity to be able to drive to the basket. And especially if they get the mismatch with Durham or Laszewski out having to guard one of those guys on the perimeter.
MJ Walker at the foul line. Nobody on either side really in any foul trouble, but a number of players do have 2 fouls each, and it's most important for Notre Dame. Jogo, Laszewski, and Ryan each have 2. And for Florida State, Anthony Polite and Bolsha Koprivica, as well as MJ Walker, all have 2. But again, for Notre Dame, if you get anybody in foul trouble, Mike Gray doesn't have.
MJ Walker is missing. He's not even hitting free throw. At least hit those.
A lot of NBA basketball stepping into the lane early. You can't do that in college basketball. Once you step in, it's a violation. In NBA, you can actually get back out of there. but giving MJ Walker another opportunity after missing his first 2 free throws and finally gets into the scoring book.
1 point for the
That's
day.
for an 85% free throw shooter. Draws Florida State back within 13. Full court pressure. And it drops off with the basketball in the hands of Trey Works, the junior from Charlotte, North Carolina, and transfer from Santa Clara.
But you look at it now, you got Raquan Gray guarding Juwan Durham, but Florida State will switch everything defensively and make Notre Dame have to make individual plays to beat them on the perimeter.
Last to touch was Raquan Evans, and so the Irish will keep with 5 on the shot clock.
And Mike Bray shuffling his lineup early here to start the second half. Prentice Hub, who started the second half, he and Dane Goodwin go out of the game, and now Hub returns just like that. Prentice Hub's a guy that's used to playing 40 minutes, and you see he and Goodwin both back into the game for this 5-second offensive possession.
Hub dumps it off Leschewski. Jump hook beats the buzzer. Bought a scoreless trip for Notre Dame. Here come the Seminoles again on the move. And just like that, it's an 11-point ball game.
And the adjustment by Leonard Hamilton has forced Mike Gray to have to play differently. And it's been to the benefit of Florida State early here in this second half.
Goodwin's pass nearly goes out of bounds. Works behind the back.
Good defense. Good defense.
Hub from the foul line. Tough shot. Gray the rebound. He'll bring it up.
Go.
And everyone for Florida State now can rebound and push the basketball. So they're going to be really difficult to guard. However, Nate Leschewski steps in and takes his 3rd charge of the game. Where Leschewski's not a big-time shot blocker, but doing a great job defending the rim.
Now we playing with a pulse. Now we playing with a pulse.
This one, I'm not certain.
We playing like we trying to win now. Finally,
I think that's a play where Raquan Gray should be shooting free throws.
we trying to win now. Yeah, bad call.
As Mike Bray told us in our visit with him this morning, he's got to try to put some psyches back together. And he views the game on February 20th against Syracuse really as a tipping point, Corey, for when this Irish team got sideways. Of course, they gave up the huge lead and let Syracuse come back and win it. And he said that's a real issue. That's a problem that they're still working on. And it seems like so far today, at least for the first hour and 15 minutes we've watched this team, they've been okay in that regard.
Well, Doug, you think about the similarities between that game at Syracuse and this game, where Mike Bray said in that game he felt like they played the best first half they played all season long. Well, the first half of this game has to be in that same match. But
good
you look at what's
defense,
happening to start this second half, as Florida State is starting to influence this game with their defense, and Notre Dame has struggled to be able to combat that.
You think at this point the guys in white flashback?
I do. That was one of the concerns that Mike Bray had with the team. When you think about the psyche and you see Prentice Hub trying to attack the rim, Sadar Calhoun does a great job of staying vertical, but also picking up the rebound.
There we go. There we go.
Florida State on the floor right now can rebound and push the basketball. Notre Dame is 0 for 5 from the field here in this first half, but allowing Florida State to rebound it, get out in transition, and put pressure on their Notre Dame defense on the other end.
Raquan Evans comes up with his first point of the afternoon. A senior from Billings, Montana. Actually spent his formative years growing up in Georgetown, South Carolina, but his mom is Native American. They moved to Montana where his daddy played college ball, and they lived on the reservation for a while.
And Doug
got his team back within 9.
At one point, this game was 45-25, and now you look up, it's 47-38. It's in single digits. Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the second half. Well, it's been about the first 3 minutes for Florida State as they've made this a ball game.
That's the first time, Corey, since 13-5 that it was a single-digit deficit for Florida State. You see the associate head coach, Stan Jones, addressing the Noles, who have started this second half with 7 consecutive points.
You know, we get an opportunity to look at Florida State and Leonard Hamilton and his staff, Stan Jones, Charlton Young, and Steve Smith. And, you know, Coach Ham has been regarded as the best CEO, one of the best CEOs in college basketball. And that a lot of people take shots at him from the standpoint of whether they don't feel as though he's an X's and O's guy, more so a personality manager. However, in talking to his staff, they make sure that they let it be known that Jay Leonard Hamilton is the coach of this team. He's the one with the vision. He's the one that shows how they want to play. The coaches will often do the scouting reports. His assistant coaches do the scouting reports and a lot of the game planning and management, but it's all under direction of Jay Leonard Hamilton, as Charlton Young likes to call him.
Really down by 9 points.
Here is why we are having this delay. A timing issue is what the officials are checking.
Really down by 9 points, man. Very
You see the
very
shot
doable.
clock and the game
Very
clock
doable.
stopping for a period of time throughout the action. And so right now trying to time it up and see what should be the amount of time on the clock. I said it was about the first 3 minutes, but we're probably under that time frame simply because the clock didn't start for the longest time.
Well, this is a potentially big week for Leonard Hamilton on a number of fronts. Of course, he's hoping to win a second straight regular season ACC title here today and get the #1 seed for the ACC tournament, which begins Tuesday. Although the Noles do have a double bye, they won't play till later in the week. But he'll find out on Tuesday if he's one of the finalists to get into the Naismith Hall of Fame. He's already been nominated. First time he's on the ballot, but they will whittle it down to the finalists on Tuesday.
Well, as one of his mentees, I am rooting for Coach Ham. I love that man. He is one of the best. He's been great to me going back to when I was 16, 17 years old. He was recruiting me from the University of Miami. But no one deserves it more than does Leonard Hamilton when you consider what he's done, not only building the program at Florida State, but building a program at Oklahoma State, building a program at Miami, and then here where he's won 375 games as the Florida State head coach, which is the 5th most games won by an ACC coach in the history, only behind Coach K, Dean Smith, Roy Williams, and Gary Williams. So you're talking about legendary status in the best league in college basketball of all time, and Leonard Hamilton, one of the all-time greats.
And again, he said to us a few days ago, Leonard Hamilton, if he gets into the Naismith Hall of Fame someday, as Mr. Prentice Hubb joins the 1,000 Point Club, he says, I'd consider it gravy on the home fries. I love that expression. Big bucket for Notre Dame and a big bucket in the history of the program for Prentice Hubb. 49-38 back to a double-digit lead.
And you see Mike Bray now going to the zone. He had to manage his lineup a number of different times in different manners to start the second half, whether it was going to be Juwan Durham on the floor and Nate Laszewski or keeping Dane Goodwin and Prentice Hubb out of the lineup. But going to the zone allows him to play the big guys and not have to worry about them defending one of the many versatile Florida State perimeter players on the defensive end of the floor. And right now, because of a Prentice Hubb basket, Notre Dame regains 11-point lead.
5-Hour Energy helps you get stuff done. And now, when you purchase 5-Hour Energy, you can instantly win cash prizes. For complete rules and how to enter, visit 5HEWin.com. 5-Hour Energy, the official sponsor of getting stuff done.
You ever think Pac-Man gets tired of eating these same little dots? I can get any 2 toppings on my large pizza for just $10. Pepperoni, sausage, bacon, $10 taste man, only from Pizza Hut. I think I'm about to out-pizza the Hut. No one out-pizza the Hut.
Want to build a gaming business that breaks the internet? That means working night and day and delegating to an experienced live bookkeeper for peace of mind. Your books are all set, so you can finally give John some attention.
Trusted experts, guaranteed accurate books. Intuit QuickBooks Live. Rated RP2M.
Exploration. It's in our DNA. We want to see what's never been seen. Hear what's never been heard. Feel what's never been felt. We are all explorers. And there are new worlds to explore.
Ever since Daryl's family started using Gain Flings, their laundry smells more amazing than ever.
Honey, isn't that the dog's towel?
Hey, me towel, suit towel. There's more Gain scent plus Oxy Boost than Febreze odor remover in every flame. Gain. Seriously good scent. Love the scent of Gain flings? Then you'll swoon for long-lasting Gain scent beads.
Someday I'll ask you a question that will change me forever.
If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting.
Start your someday today with 20 to 40% off all bridal.
Doug, Liberty Mutual customizes your
All
car
right,
insurance.
so we down by
you pay for what
11.
you need.
Very winnable game.
Hey, no, Lee. Only pay for what you need. Liberty, 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 Liberty.
It all starts with an invitation to experience Lexus. The Invitation to Lexus sales event.
Lease the 2021 IS 300 for $359 a month for 36 months and we'll make your first month payment.
Experience amazing.
I know Dane fans actually talking trash.
Are you
Really?
serious, America?
No, I can
You can't teach that.
Fuck out of
And there's the latest bracketology from Joey Brackets himself. Duke, the fourth of the first four out. So a win over Carolina is a must-win for the Blue Devils to at least maintain where they are and maybe move up. But, you know, for those who think they're going to get in because they're Duke, they've still got to get past Utah State, St. Louis, and Seton Hall. And they need teams on the last four in line to also lose and fall back. So Duke's got to take care of its business tonight and then take it from there tomorrow. Right, Corey?
Well, yeah, I agree. But this Duke team, I would say they're playing differently than they were at the time North Carolina came into Cameron Indoor. Them as Sadar Calhoun finishes with the dunk, and just like that's a 9-point game once again. But I'm not sure the Blue Devils defensively have what it takes to knock off North Carolina in their building. And when you consider in ACC play, North Carolina is undefeated in the Dean Dome this year, and they will have fans for the second time this year. We saw what they were able to do in the second half comeback last week over Florida State. And we'll see if they're able to do the same thing against the Blue Devils on their home court tonight at 6. Sadar Calhoun picks up the easy bucket off the turnover, making it a 9-point game once again for Florida State. But putting Prentice Hub at the free throw line, opportunity to stretch it back to double figures.
I don't know if you agree with this, Corey, but Sadar Calhoun is a guy. He's been shooting the lights out lately. Last 6 games, 9 of 17 from the arc, and out of the year shooting 45%. We see his athletic
They call it everything.
He's a guy who, for me, next year when more minutes might be available, who really could step up into being a terrific player, one of the primary players for the Noles in 2021-22.
Well, first off, you said you don't know if I agree with it, but you're talking about Sadar Calhoun. Doug, where's he from?
Oh, that's right. He's one of your
two
guys.
down, baby. Come on now. 2 up, 2 down.
Is MJ Walker even playing?
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
As he's been a
Yeah. Is MJ Walker even playing, y'all? What's MJ Walker out here doing?
in the middle of that zone and just goes one-on-one with Nate Laszewski and wins that battle for the second time. I'm sorry, that's Jawan Durham. He's taking on one of the all-time best shot blockers at Notre Dame. Scotty Barnes not fazed by those numbers and goes through the chest of Jawan Durham for an opportunity in the hand one.
Yeah, you mentioned what a great shot blocker Jawan Durham is. He is third on the all-time school list behind the guys we mentioned in the first half, our ESPN brothers. Jordan Cornette is number 1, 1 block ahead of LaFonso Ellis. And coming into the year, if we had a normal season where Notre Dame played a full complement of games, Durham could have gotten close, maybe. But with the way the season has gone, playing now just their 24th game before the postseason, he's going to wind up in third all-time. No shame in that, certainly.
None whatsoever. My guy Jordan Cornette is sitting back saying, woulda, shoulda, coulda, but it didn't happen. And he remains number 1 on the list.
And you got to think, over the last 3 years, every time Durham has either blocked a shot or not blocked a shot, our friend Jordan has reacted to himself, whether he said anything or not.
No, he loved it. And I tell you 2 reasons why he's loved it. He loves Notre Dame and wants to see Notre Dame be successful. His coach, Mike Bray, and the more shots that Juwan Durham blocks, the greater chance that Mike Bray has to pick up wins. But also, think about how many times we've said Jordan Cornett's name in these broadcasts because of those shot block records. Again, hey, Jordan's in the TV business right now. The more times they say your name, the better off you are. And again, he does a great job for us on ESPN and ACC Network. There's going to be a reset on the shot clock now as that basketball did hit the rim.
And Cornett, 201 career block shots. Ellis, 200. And Durham at 171 coming into the afternoon. At this end of the floor, the Irish has certainly cooled off. Jogo trying to get that magic going that he had from the tip-off.
And he has been aggressive from the start. Jogo, a lefty, going left and going around a great defender. And Scotty Barnes is scoring over the top of 2 Florida State defenders as Gray comes over and barely missed the shot block. But Jogo with the concentration to finish it off and getting himself into double figures here on his senior day.
His season high was 18, off the bench to spark the win at Miami back in January. He's got 11 points and counting now. One of the 4 captains for Mike Bray's club this year. Got the start on senior day today along with his fellow senior Juwan Durham. Just the 5th time this season Jogo has gotten, actually in his career, gotten to double figures in a game.
Yes, as you mentioned before, a big performance against Miami is what was the last win for Notre Dame. And so if they're able to get a win here today as well, it'll be Jogo is the player of the game in both of those games coming up with wins after he has career performances. Scotty Barnes starting to flex his muscle now, continuing to get to the basket and be a difference maker.
Oh my! Gonna head to the free throw line as Wyatt Willis is called for the blocking foul.
That's
wow, these refs are screwing us, man. These refs are screwing us.
Now he's going to have to
wow.
14:05 remaining in this game. He's a guy that Florida State cannot lose. They need his versatility for what he does on both ends of the floor to be able to try to get back into this one.
Go Irish refs. Wow.
Well, Corey, UFC 259 tonight, an absolutely stacked card with 3 titles on the line. The prelims begin at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ESPN, ESPN Plus, and ESPN Deportes. And the main card begins at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific on pay-per-view. And to order in English and in Spanish, go to espnplus.com/PPV. Technical foul from the Florida State bench. They had been warned once before, and Jamie Lucky heard something.
Go Irish refs.
This time and was quick to call the technical foul.
Go Irish refs. Here we go.
By saying bench, because I don't believe that technical foul was on Leonard Hamilton. Jamie Lucky did not point at Leonard Hamilton with that. He pointed to the bench. In
man, these are bullshit calls, man.
I'm not sure if it was on Smith.
The refs are killing us.
It was on, but he did not point to Leonard Hamilton. It is so difficult, of course, to see what's going on now when you look at everyone with a mask on.
Man, fuck this game.
Maybe it wasn't Steve Smith. It could.
These refs are slowing down, stopping momentum, making bullshit calls on us.
But that
fuck
was
this game.
Leonard Hamilton who garnered that technical foul.
Yeah, that's exactly why I called it.
I'm looking ahead to the tournament. Screw this game.
Clear that Jamie Lucky was not pointing at Leonard Hamilton. So
I'm looking ahead to the tournament.
We believe.
Screw this game.
Here's the other thing to it.
I don't even care about this game no more. This is
and again, the only people that will know who garnered that technical foul would be those guys on the bench right there. And again, he pointed at Steve Smith. Doesn't mean that Steve Smith was the one who got that technical foul. He just made an effort not to point at Leonard Hamilton. So we know that it wasn't on Coach Hand.
Notre Dame 18 of 21 from the free throw line in this one. Have the lead back up to a dozen inside Leszewski, making a 14-point Irish lead.
And that's the guy for Notre Dame. If they are going to have success especially when they get to Greensboro in the ACC tournament. They're going to need strong performances from Nate Laszewski.
They don't want that coach to lose his last game.
All season long until, as of recently, became the second leading scorer as Prentice Hub continues to put up numbers, and Laszewski hasn't been as aggressive on the offensive end of the floor.
They ain't letting that Notre Dame coach lose his last game.
3 different Notre Dame players in double figures today. There's a turnover. Laszewski the last to touch. Laszewski now with 7 points, couple of field goals, including the one we just saw to make it once again a 14-point lead.
You know, Mike LeBray did talk to us about the fact that Nate Laszewski having to adjust to being number 1 on the scouting report. And we've seen him have big games, 28 against Virginia, 25 against Duke, 27 against Georgia Tech. But those games have been few and far between as of late.
They ain't gonna let Notre Dame lose his last game.
Cormac Ryan returns for Notre Dame. They come in with a record of 9-14 overall, 6-11 in conference play, having lost 4 in a row. But led by that man early on, Nikola Jogo, the Irish have come out on senior day and played inspired, looking to take down the 11th ranked team in the country. But Jogo is now on the bench with those 4 personal fouls with under 13 minutes remaining.
If Florida State had found a way to get back into this game early,
every time we call
with the defensive pressure to start the second half, Notre Dame has somewhat stemmed the tide until they now maintain a 12-point lead and have kept a comfortable distance ever since Florida State made this a single-digit game.
Off the words miss.
Every
Here
time they
comes
can
Raekwon
the
Gray.
ref. Every time.
Polite, who just had the layup on the last possession, gets a paint touch. Calhoun. Gray. Florida State asserting itself to get it back to a 10-point game.
You know, that's why Raekwon Gray is the guy for Florida State. Take nothing away from MJ Walker because he's had a great season. But when you look at the 2 players and you say if one has to be more valuable than the other, I would probably go with Gray. One, he's played every game, and he comes up with timely buckets, as does Dane Goodwin on the offensive end of the floor for Notre Dame.
Goodwin now with 14 points. And Notre Dame has it all going again with a 62-49 lead.
Every time Florida State makes a run, Dane Goodwin and the Irish are there to answer as they maintain the 13-point lead.
Bull crap. These calls are shite.
5-Hour Energy helps you get stuff done. And now, when you purchase 5-Hour Energy, you can instantly win cash prizes. For complete rules and how to enter, visit 5hewin.com. 5-Hour Energy, the official sponsor of getting stuff done.
Maybe it's only a feeling, only a dream, only a day trip that lasts long after sundown. Maybe it's only a weekend or a moment. But sometimes those only things are the only things that matter. The Jeep Grand Cherokee. There's only one.
Now get 0% financing for 72 months on select 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee models. Plus, get no additional charge maintenance with the Jeep Wave Customer Care Program.
DiGiorno has 7 delicious crusts, and your family food critics will rave. Croissant crust is flaky layers of buttery bliss. Rising crust is fresh baked deliciousness. There's a 5-star pizza for everyone in your family to love. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, Capital One Shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes and automatically applies them. It's called shopping smart, not hard.
But I don't have a Capital One card.
You should get one, but you don't need it for this. Just download Capital One Shopping to your computer. It's free.
Ooh, save me some cheddar.
So, when's the party? I love fondue.
Really?
I never joke about hot cheese, Susan.
Me neither.
Capital One Shopping. It's kind of genius. What's in your wallet?
The sleep app helps me establish a bedtime routine by silencing my phone and setting the mood. When I fall asleep, it checks my heart rate and measures my blood oxygen, so I can track how I've been sleeping.
1 in 2 kids is underhydrated. Plant-powered Creative Roots gives kids the hydration they need with the fruit flavors they love and 1 gram of sugar. Find Creative Roots in the kids' juice aisle.
When you're ready for Chipotle, the Chipotle app is ready for you. Get all your favorites, fast, fresh, and with unlimited customization, so it's made exactly how you like it. With the Chipotle app, real food is ready. Order now for contactless carryout or delivery.
Someday I'll ask you a question that will change me forever.
If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting.
Start your someday today with 20 to 40% off all bridal.
Notre Dame leading 11th ranked Florida State by 13 points, and the Irish have been here before, and it was a big pivotal moment in their season, having won 4 or 5 heading into the Carrier Dome to play Syracuse back on February 20th. They played a tremendous first half, but then Syracuse came out, and Corey just absolutely blitzed them in the second.
They did that absolutely when you consider it, Doug, and that was the start of this 4-game slide for Notre Dame, which they're trying to recover from now with the similarities between this game and the one on February 20th. A great first half for Mike Bray and his group. Now, will they be able to hang on and not allow, as Coach Bray said, those demons of that Syracuse game to haunt them and forcing them to lose this game as well? Or are they able to hang on and maintain this lead over Florida State and get their first ranked win since 2017? And that can't happen.
Lays it in.
Yeah, that can't happen if you want to do that. It's one thing to get a free throw rebound, which coaches hate, but it's also when the guy that actually missed the free throw gets it and comes up with a steal. That's an even bigger problem. This is an opportunity now for what could be, I believe, a 5-point possession.
Oh, my God.
Cormac Ryan clears the miss from Barnes. He's still pressuring, try to take the ball away again. They get it into their point guard, Prentice Hubb's hands, and did he get across?
No, he did not. When you see that shot clock hit 20, it is now a violation. And I was looking at the clock, and Prentice Hubb was not across that line, and you have to establish everything into the front court, the basketball and both feet, in order to keep the basketball. And right now, Notre Dame trying to hang on to this 11-point lead.
It all starts with an invitation to experience Lexus. The Invitation to Lexus sales event.
All right, we looking all right now.
$300 for $359 a month for 36 months and won't make your first month's payment.
Experience amazing.
You ever think Pac-Man gets tired of eating these same little dots? I can get any 2 toppings on my large pizza for just $10. Pepperoni, sausage, bacon, $10 taste menu. Only from Pizza Hut. I think I'm about to out-pizza the Hut. No one out-pizza the Hut.
Can we even afford this house?
I'm pretty sure we can.
Pretty sure. With Rocket Mortgage, you can be certain. Not pretty sure.
What's the difference?
Let me show you. I'm pretty sure these aren't poisonous. I'm pretty sure you do not run. I'm pretty sure these are parachutes.
Mine has a sandwich. Certain is better.
Let's go with certain.
Good choice.
When you're buying a home, pretty sure isn't sure enough. When you need to be certain about how much home you can afford, Rocket can.
1 in 2 kids is underhydrated. Plant-powered Creative Roots gives kids the hydration they need with the fruit flavors they love and 1 gram of sugar. Find Creative Roots in the kids' juice aisle.
Turn today's dreams into tomorrow's trips with millions of flexible booking options all in one place. Expedia.
Did you know you can go to libertymutual.com to customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need?
Really? Okay, I'm on vibrate.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
My auntie called me. She said, Uncle's had a heart attack. I needed him to be here.
Your heart isn't just yours. Protect it with Bayer aspirin. Be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen.
It all starts with an invitation to experience Lexus. The Invitation to Lexus sales event.
It's the 2021 NX300 for $359 a month for 36 months and we'll make your first month's payment.
experience amazing.
This is Jim. He's working from home while keeping an eye on the kids,
he's
and
so
he
hated.
still had time to start his own bracket group. What's
Right.
your excuse? Sign up at espn.com/bracket and start your group today.
Life's most persistent and
Urgent question is, what are you doing for others?
I've decided to
Stick with love.
Hate is too great a burden to bear.
His words unite us, and gain drives us.
United we are.
The proud son of Big John and Benny Ruth Hamilton, Leonard Hamilton, the head coach at Florida State University. He grew up in a hometown of Gastonia where their house had no indoor plumbing. They had to boil water on the stove to take a warm bath. And what he has done in his life and career really is remarkable, Corey.
But his line, you know, in the piece we just saw was probably the most important thing. What are you doing for others? For Leonard Hamilton, it's never been about him. You know, when he was in college and finishing up college, he was taking care of his brother, you know, moving his brother with him, you know, when he was coaching at Austin Peay and when he was playing at UT Martin. But taking care of others has always been his passion. It's never been about him. And again, you know, Leonard Hamilton just signed a 5-year extension for over $11 million at Florida State. It's never been about him. And the money is not about him. It's about what he's been able to do for others and the young men that he has coached and mentored throughout his entire time as a coach, whether it's an assistant coach at University of Kentucky and integrating that staff way back in the day, or as the head coach at Oklahoma State, at Miami, or at Florida State.
He spent 12 years at the University of Kentucky when black men were not getting coaching positions, but he was hired by Joe B. Hall and spent almost his entire time under Coach Hall and worked for a little bit under Eddie Sutton. But then after Sutton was hired at Kentucky, Coach Hamilton got the head coaching opportunity at Oklahoma State, where he led people like John Starks, got the Cowboys going. He likes to talk about the fact that he's never had an opportunity as a head coach at a blue blood. He's always going to create the new blood, which he's done at Miami and here at Florida State as Cormac Ryan hits a big 3 for the Irish.
And Cormac Ryan, who drew blue blood against Duke at Cameron, is now trying to draw new blood here against the top team in the ACC, Florida State Seminoles, and trying to get a win here, not on his senior night, but on senior day for Nicola Jungo as well as Juwan Durham.
So one thing Florida State's done better here in the second half is they've taken care of the basketball, only 1 turnover in the first 10.5 minutes. But I tell you what, the Irish, Corey's done a much better job than they did in that Syracuse game we referenced of stemming the tide, at least so far, that Florida State was able to get it back to single digits, but the Irish are pushing back.
But one of the reasons that the Irish are able to do that is because they continue to make threes, and offensively they continue to operate at a high clip. We talked about Florida State and what they've done in their last 4 games, holding all 4 opponents under 40% from the field. And in this one, Notre Dame shooting 44.2, but 9 of 23 from beyond the three-point arc. And that's been the difference maker in this game, where Florida State has only made 3 three-point field goals.
Langston works the third. Trey works. Loses the basketball, but was fouled. The junior out of Providence Day School in Charlotte. All right, I'll give you a question.
Oh, I'm going to test your knowledge. Well, you go ahead, because it's probably the same question, so I'm going to know the answer. Go ahead.
Trey Words transferred from Santa Clara to Notre Dame. At the start of the NBA season, there were 2 former Santa Clara guards who were NBA head coaches. Can you name them?
I can name one, and Steve Nash.
Mm-hmm.
The other Santa Clara guard that is an NBA head coach.
Now think about how I said it, Corey. I said at the start of the season there were 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so that gives you
that's got to be Ryan Sanders. No, who's no longer a coach.
No.
Oh,
who else has been fired as a head coach in the NBA?
Lloyd Pierce.
Yes.
I did not know Lloyd Pierce was a Santa Clara guy. I did not know that.
Yeah. Santa Clara had 2 head coaches to start the year in the NBA.
Terrible firing, by the way. Terrible firing, by the way. Well, see, I was going to go trivia with you because you were talking Trey Wertz. So do you know what NBA player Trey Wertz played high school basketball with? Since you're going to go NBA.
Yeah. Well, Providence Day, I should know that.
You should.
That's great.
You got to help me here, CA.
All right, I'm going to go with one Grant Williams. Providence Day star who's now with the Boston Celtics. So, yeah,
Yes.
that's the guy.
SEC Player of the Year at Tennessee. Carving out a nice niche with the Celtics, indeed. MJ Walker, no. 8 minutes to go. Notre Dame holding on to a 10-point lead. You know what? I don't know if we'll have time. I got one more NBA trivia question for you that we'll get to when we come back. It includes both Notre Dame, Florida State, and Corey Alexander.
Delicious avocado toast for all. Now at Dunkin'. Order ahead plus earn rewards. America runs on Dunkin'.
It all starts with an invitation to experience Lexus. The Invitation to Lexus sales event.
Lease the 2021 NX300 for $359 a month for 36 months, and we'll make your first month's payment.
Experience amazing.
Dr. Pepper and cream soda's here. A new combo that's music to my ears, okay. Let's go.
Green soda and Dr. Pepper time. The drink that treats you right. Pour it in a glass of wine.
Dr. Pepper and cream soda.
Delicious to wear.
Wrapping up this unusual college basketball season, but certainly some terrific matchups in store. This is Duke Carolina. You define yourself as a player by how you play in this game.
Jessie really loves her job, even if it's a little harder these days. But her car insurance company didn't like her job. In fact, they charged her more because of it. Jessie switched to Root so that she could have control over her rates. Because with Root, your driving is the #1 factor that determines your price. That puts the power back where it belongs, in your hands. Learn how you can take control of your car insurance. Join Root.com.
If you have diabetes, you know managing your blood sugar is critical to preventing heart disease. If you monitor your glucose 4 or more times per day, inject insulin 3 or more times per day, or use an insulin pump, you may qualify for a continuous glucose monitor, the latest in diabetes technology.
Not sure too many are going to want to see UConn, John Kurtzman in tournament play.
No, and if so, you better be disruptive. Right now, they're shooting it as well as they have in 2 years. 11-24 from 3, 60% from the field.
Anytime Sean Ncaa, Oklahoma State playing it safe in what could be a historic game.
Yeah, it could be a historic game because it could be Bobby Huggins' 900th career victory. No Cade Cunningham. Don't sleep on the Cowboys, though. They're going to be – who's the guy you like? Moncrief? Alexander?
I love him. Matthew Alexander Moncrief.
Yes.
Well, of course, I'm a big fan with the name being Alexander. You know I'm always in on that. But my guy, Cade Cunningham, going to miss the game, rolling that ankle earlier in the week. And, you know, we get an opportunity to look at Scotty Barnes, Cade Cunningham, Scotty Barnes, Day'Ron Sharp, Moses Moody, all in the same starting lineup a year ago for Montverde. Spectacular high school team who Doug Sherman thinks is the best high school team of all time. However,
I'm glad you brought that up again because we have to separate, I think, into two categories. The traditional high school model that we talked about with Dunbar in Baltimore, where it's guys from the same neighborhood or from the same town, as opposed to the all-star model that we currently have. So I think you make a distinction between those two.
Okay, so I go back to, I still think regardless that when you think of Muggsy Bogues, David Wingate, Reggie Williams, and Reggie Lewis, what those guys did, not only in the NBA, but in college, that is the best high school team of all time. And considering the fact that they all grew up together, as you mentioned, the difference in the model, I still go with Baltimore Dunbar as the best high school team of all time. But that Montverde team, spectacular, clearly one of the top 5, maybe top 3 high school teams ever.
And we, when you and I are doing a Florida State Notre Dame game in the year 2031, we'll revisit and have a better sense a decade from now how those guys have turned out as pros. Obviously, the guys out of Dunbar had much better college careers than this Montverde crew is going to have because they're almost assuredly going to be one and done. But it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see.
Well, and of course, we will never really be able to judge that, like you said, in 2031 when we talk about it. You know, we will have now seen Scotty Barnes, Day'Ron Sharpe, Cade Cunningham, and Moses Moody and what they became in the NBA.
Yep.
Because I believe all 4 of those guys will be NBA players, whether they're all in the draft this year or next year, whatever it may be. I believe all 4 of those guys will have an opportunity to play. And right now, we're looking at whether this was a goaltending call. Florida State wanted a goaltending on this possession as they got out in transition as the shot goes up. And that was a good block because you can see Durham got his hand on the basketball on the way up before it hit the glass. So that's a good block. Great job by this officiating crew recognizing that.
Gray with a team-high 15 points. Scotty Barnes has 13. 7 minutes to go. Cormac Ryan, no. Ball tipped up and in. That will be credited to Jawan Durham, but I'm not sure he's the one who guided it through the cylinder.
Yeah, Gray maybe should have 17 points now, but or 13. You take 2 away for giving for the other side. But I believe it was Raquan Gray who was the guy tipping that one in.
Walker for 3.
Yeah. A great ball movement by Florida State. And again, it's an 8-point game. And at this point, do you feel as though Notre Dame starts to have those thoughts? Okay, we were in this scenario against Syracuse, and we gave a game away. Are they able to finish it off here on their home court with the 400 students cheering for them in comparison to being on the road at the Carrier Dome?
5 to shoot. Ryan has it knocked out of bounds with 3 on the shot clock. After missing his first 5 3-point attempts of the day, Walker finally gets one to go.
And Florida State moving the basketball extremely well, finding M.J. Walker in the corner, and the rotation just too difficult for Jawan Durham to be able to get there, giving M.J. Walker a nice look for him out of the corner. Now he's knocked down his first 3 of the game.
All 8 of his points, Corey, coming in the second half. From midcourt, didn't catch the iron, so it's a shot clock violation. Florida State gets it back down by 8.
There we go. There we go.
And Leonard Hamilton just continuing to tell his team, stick with what we've been doing. Stay patient. He loves the ball movement from side to side and then going to screen and roll action, putting the defense in a tough scenario. You see the screen and roll action here, but how do you recover to a guy like Raquan Gray who doesn't take the 3, but it's going to take Leschewski straight to the rim?
Leschewski got the rebound. Irish with it against that Florida State pressure.
And on that possession, Doug, and again, Raquan Gray, one of the higher basketball IQ guys that we have in the ACC, can play all 5 positions as smart as you get. I would have loved to have seen him take that 3, especially with the momentum his team had at the time.
Wirtz misfires. Barnes has it for FSU. Scotty Barnes right to the bucket, left it short, gets it back, goes back up and puts it in. It's the closest this game has been since the first couple of minutes.
We've seen a lot of Scotty Barnes at the rim here in this second half. The pressure for Florida State right now is, can Leonard Hamilton afford to keep Raquan Gray on the floor throughout this stretch? Gray has played heavy minutes in this one, and you can see he is fatigued at this point. Coach Ham probably going to have to get him a break at some point before the end of this game.
That's a big bucket for Cormac Ryan, 72-64. Traveling against Polite. Just the second turnover this half by the Seminoles.
Really?
Leonard Hamilton doesn't care for his guys playing over 30 minutes, but still with 4.5 minutes remaining in this game, Laquan Gray has played 32 minutes. Leonard Hamilton gets him a break, probably for 30 seconds until after the media timeout, but Gray's so valuable to this team. I'm sure he will be back on the court when we come back from our under 4 timeout.
Prentice Hub off the hesitation lays it in. A couple of baskets for the Irish to get the lead back to 10.
Nice hezzy by Prentice Hub, throwing off the defender as we see Scotty Barnes at the rim one more time. But Prentice Hub, 20 points for him on the afternoon thus far, to go along with 5 assists and 3 rebounds. And more important than any of that, he has been the guy making timely shots for this team when they needed it most.
Ryan catch and shoot corner 3, misfires. He comes up with a steal on the outlet, and the Irish can work a little clock.
Huge play by Cormac Ryan on that possession. Florida State with an opportunity to go down once again and get in transition, but ends up being the 12th turnover for the Noles, and an opportunity to put more points on the board and stretch this out to a double-figure lead.
But the travel committed by Goodwin gives it back to the 11th-ranked Seminoles. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is presented by 5 Hour Energy, the official sponsor of Getting Stuff Done.
Five Hour Energy helps you get stuff done. And now, when you purchase 5 Hour Energy, you can instantly win cash prizes. For complete rules and how to enter, visit 5agwin.com. 5 Hour Energy, the official sponsor of Getting Stuff Done.
New jalapeno popper chicken sandwich and salad. Prove Wendy's goes all in on flavor. Unlike
We put a bun inside the sandwich. Bun, bun, bun.
Hurry into Wendy's and try the new jalapeno popper chicken duo today.
Want to build a gaming business that breaks the internet? That means working night and day and delegating to an experienced live bookkeeper for peace of mind. Your books are all set, so you can finally give John some attention.
Trusted experts, guaranteed accurate books. Intuit QuickBooks Live.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G. We also believe in putting people first by treating them right. So we're upping the benefits without upping the price. Introducing Magenta Max. Now with unlimited premium data that can't slow down based on how much smartphone data you use. Plus, get Netflix on us and taxes and fees included. You won't find this with the other guys. In fact, you'll pay more and get less. Right now, pay zero cost to switch. And bring your phone, we'll pay it off. Only at T-Mobile.
Jake from State Farm, I knew it.
Dad,
Christmas!
Ooh, see? Surprising. Just like State Farm's surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This beer looks just like beer. But what if we told you its recipe is over 100 years old? Created in Mexico by a German brewmaster. It's not just any beer now, is it? Dos Equis, the most interesting beer.
Someday I'll ask you a question that will change me forever.
What's up, Malik? What's up, Malik? Subscribe to the channel, man.
Start your someday today with 20 to 40% off all bridal.
It all starts with an invitation to experience Lexus. The Invitation to Lexus sales event.
Lease the 2021 RX 350 for $429 a month for 36 months, and we'll make your first month's payment.
Experience amazing.
Kevin Connors in studio 1 week after Roy Williams won his 900th game. West Virginia coach Bob Huggins, a chance to do the same huge game. Mountaineers and Cowboys coming your way from Morgantown.
Yeah, I see me and you talking to all these trolls. Talk about Florida State. Sorry now, because we're losing one game. We're the regular season champions. Who cares?
We got to get Hugs into the Naismith.
We'll be number one seed ACC.
Hamilton. What's at stake for his team right now? They can clinch the outright ACC championship if they can rally and win this game, and they can
sort of backdoor in. And, if Virginia loses at Louisville at 4 o'clock coming up on ESPN2, but clearly the Seminoles want to take care of their own business here this afternoon, Corey, but it's still a pretty steep hill to climb.
Yeah. It really is when you consider, an 8-point game, and now you've got 3.5 minutes remaining on this one, but they've done a great job getting back into this game in the second half and making it competitive as Scotty Barnes is on a career-high 17 points in this one, and to me, solidifying himself as the ACC Rookie of the Year. And MJ Walker now getting fouled on the 3-point shot. An opportunity to not only put points on the board and cut in this lead, but allow Florida State to pick up their full-court pressure.
Fouls on Jogo, allowing for Walker to get 3 free throws, and that is the 5th foul on Jogo. So on senior day, which began so promising for him at the start, ends with 3:11 on the clock. He is done with the 5 fouls.
Great effort by Jogo in this game on both ends of the floor. Not only what he did on the spark defensively, but also offensively. And he can say he walks off this court for the last time. He left it all out there, no question about it. One of the best games he's played in a Notre Dame uniform.
So the 85% foul shooter, MJ Walker.
Goddamn MJ Walker. Damn it.
Here's this afternoon for Florida State. He's got 2 more on this trip to the line.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for MJ Walker.
He can't make free throws.
The free throw line where he's been great all season long.
They cut it within 5 fucking points.
But this one is important simply because it allows Florida State to set up their full-court pressure as they try to get lined up and getting Scotty Barnes an advantage off of a possible free throw mix. But Nate Laszewski recognized it and walks with Barnes to the other side.
Damn it, Walker.
But that was a smart play. Laszewski going with Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes gets matched up with Dane Goodwin on that possession. There's a strong chance that Scotty Barnes gets an offensive board. And that's the game within the game that you see players playing all the time. It turns out to be in the benefit.
Oh, my God, Walker. Oh, my God, dude. That's despicable, man. Oh, my
Works
God.
with only 3 to shoot. Spins into the lane. Gets to the rim, but missed the layup. Gray turns down the shot, finds Polite for the open 3-pointer. It's a 4-point game.
I just go too late, but
Trey Works got the look that he wanted getting to the rim.
Okay, we back. MJ Walker, if MJ Walker hit them 2 free throws, we down by 2.
Doesn't work out that way. Ends up being a 5-point swing in the other direction. No 2 for Notre Dame and add 3 for Florida State, making this a 4-point game. Scotty Barnes able to push the basketball. But Raquan Gray back into the game after a quick break. Finds Anthony Polite, who knocks down the 3. And just like that, with 2.5 remaining in this one, Florida State is back in striking distance.
All right, Corey, while we got a second, I teased it. You played in the NBA from the mid-'90s to the early 2000s, and during that time, you had 5 Notre Dame teammates and 1 Florida State teammate. How many of those 6 former NBA teammates from these 2 schools can you name?
Well, remember, we're talking about me now, so this is not going to be very hard at all. For Florida State teammate was George McLeod. Notre Dame teammates, Monty Williams, LaFonso Ellis, Pat. I can remember Pat's last name.
Garrity.
Pat Garrity, right. So Pat Garrity and Notre Dame. Let me think of who else is from Notre Dame. I'm going to have to come back on that one. I'm going to keep
by Polite. All right, I know you will. Bad pass. Kicks off the intended receiver's shin, Barnes. And Notre Dame gets it back with under 2 minutes remaining.
What was that?
And right now, Scotty Barnes trying to pick up the pressure. That's a dangerous area right there to run a screen and roll. Raquan Gray didn't take the advantage of the trap. And this time he gets the foul. That's going to be 4 on Gray reaching in. I thought that Florida State had a great opportunity to trap Prentice Hub right at half court.
Today, our full day of college basketball across all our networks is highlighted by a couple of key matchups on ESPN and the app. Number 4, Illinois. Number 7, Ohio State. 4 Eastern, 3 Central. And then Duke, Carolina squaring off again. This one is a Sonic blockbuster coming up 6 o'clock Eastern tonight on ESPN.
We've seen a lot of good free throw shooters miss free throws in this game, and that's a fatigue turnover by Gray. We talked about his minutes, and he just lost the basketball with Nate Laszewski guarding him as Notre Dame hasn't scored in the last 3 minutes. But Florida State turnover on the last possession allows Notre Dame to continue to try to build on this 4-point lead.
We giving this game away.
74 points for Notre Dame going to be enough to win it for them.
Mike Gray like 78 to 80. So with a minute left, they're probably going to have to put.
We done gave this game away.
Hub does just that now at 76. And another big bucket for Hub here down the stretch.
Walker, no. Ball kept alive. Hub has the rebound for the Irish, but a travel is called.
You see just going after the offensive rebound, but not putting the basketball on the floor once he gathered it on the defensive board, gives it back to Florida State.
Off the inbound, corner 3, no. Goodwin had it.
Quan Gray not happy about the fact that Dane Goodwin, when getting up, pushed off of the Florida State. And I cannot recognize who that was on the floor. But when Anthony Polite, but when Dane Goodwin got up, he pushed off the body of Anthony Polite, and Raquan Gray going over, having a conversation with Goodwin about that.
MJ Walker, what he got? 2 points today?
Going in for the offensive rebound, Polite gets the foul, but as Dane Goodwin gets up, you see just a little bit of action. I wouldn't even say he pushed off of him, but there was contact made on that play. Not enough for Jamie Lucky, and the officiating staff as Lucky talks with Anthony Polite to go over to the monitor and review.
Scotty Barnes trying to fire up his teammates with only 51 seconds remaining.
And he is told multiple times by Jamie Lucky to stop. To stop doing that. So been a lot of conversation between the players and the officials in this game. As Goodwin makes 1 of 2.
Barnes.
Nice pass
to the corner. Evans, no.
How many threes we missed?
Fighting for that loose rebound. The whistle comes. It's a held ball with a possession arrow belonging to Notre Dame.
How many threes did we miss? 20? Wow.
What's on the line for Notre Dame? Well, it could be
We
their
done lost by 30. We done missed by 33 points.
17. Florida State, meanwhile, trying to wrap up a second consecutive ACC regular season championship. But they have never led in this game, Corey. Notre Dame, thanks to that senior, Nicola Jogo, came out flying, and they've been playing with the lead all afternoon long.
He was a trendsetter from the beginning, and Jogo's energy, his effort to start this game when he had tried to dunk on MJ Walker and succeeded in going off MJ Walker's head and out of bounds, was the play that got his teammates going. Jogo scored 8 of the first 13 points for Notre Dame in this one, and Notre Dame has played with tremendous confidence the entire game because of that. The pressure from Florida State bothered them here in the second half. However, the Fighting Irish have been able to maintain a lead to this point, and now an opportunity to make this a 9-point lead at the free throw line. Nicola Jogo getting out in transition early in the game with the dunk that didn't count. This dunk did count for him on the back door, then knocking down the corner 3 as he got his action going early and often in this game. Timely bucket in the second half to stop a Florida State run. as this at one point was a 20-point lead for the Fighting Irish as they try to hold on for their first ranked win in the last 4 seasons.
All right, Corey, your other Notre Dame NBA teammates, Tim Kempton, Matt Carroll.
Matt, how did I forget about Matty? Matt, I'm so sorry. My God, not only teammates with the Charlotte Bobcats, but also with the Roanoke Dazzle, where we were the best 1-2 punch in the NBA D-League at the time. How did I forget about Matty? That's crazy.
I hope you get a text message soon.
I still don't know where I played with Tim Kempton. Where was that?
3 by Walker is good. It's back to a 6-point game. You and Tim Kempton were with the Spurs together. Timeout, Florida State. Let's send it back to the studio.
Yeah, Doug, we want to let you know Oklahoma State, West Virginia, terrific ranked matchup in the Big 12 is underway right now on ESPN News. Cowboys playing without Cade Cunningham and ice likely. Bob Huggins eyeing career win number 900. That game coming up after we go final from South Bend.
KC, we've got 31.8 seconds remaining on the clock. The Irish trying to hang on. They've led by as many as 20. But Leonard Hamilton's club continues to battle and has time to get it done.
But they've got a number of looks from 3 where they have not been able to knock them down. And Florida State in this game, 6 for 22. Saw a great pass from Scotty Barnes in the corner to Raquan Evans, who was unable to knock down the 3. And right now for Notre Dame, it's simply going to be about handling the basketball and making their free throws. As Wirtz is trapped in that dead man's corner, calling the timeout, trying to preserve possession.
Yeah, no need for Florida State to give up the foul. There's still plenty of time, and they force the Irish to.
Boy, MJ Walker pissed me off this game. MJ Walker. Good God.
Well, one thing about this broadcast partnership between you and I, buddy, you'll always be home. So.
All right, Scotty Barnes was the preseason ACC Freshman of the Year. Corey Alexander, is he going to be the postseason ACC Freshman of the Year?
I believe so. I said early in the year, I did not think that Scotty Barnes' numbers and his stats would be reminiscent of what we've seen from the previous ACC Rookies of the Year. However, his impact on winning and his defense would be even better than those guys we've seen come before him. And when you think about what he's done in the second half alone, 11 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 for 7 from the field. But the plays that he's made on both ends of the floor, offensively and defensively, is part of what makes Scotty Barnes so special. I believe that he's the runaway favorite for ACC Rookie of the Year.
Leshevsky looks like he was fouled by Gray on the inbound. And if it's on Gray, that's his 5th.
Like booty hole.
Indeed.
And the reason why that's such a big loss for Florida State is because Gray, with the basketball in his hands, has the ability not only to make plays for himself, but more importantly, at this time of the game, make plays for others, get in that painted area, kick it out to MJ Walker, to Anthony Polite for threes. And without him on the floor for the remaining 27.5, it becomes even more difficult for Florida State to try to finish this comeback.
Now, remember, Florida State can still get the number 1 seed in the upcoming ACC tournament in Greensboro, which gets underway Tuesday. If they don't come back and win this here today, if Louisville beats Virginia later this afternoon, that would also give Leonard Hamilton's club its 2nd straight regular season conference title.
What Mike Bray often talks about, he gave his team permission to go get 80, and they've gotten 80 against Florida State, and that may be enough for them to get a win here on their home court on Senior Day.
No basket. Got a foul before the shot. It goes against Scotty Barnes.
Scotty Barnes misses the chippy, but going after the offensive board, fouls Nate Leshevsky, who calmly knocked down 2 free throws earlier, and has an opportunity now to make this a 4-possession game at the free throw line.
a 6'10 junior who played his high school basketball in Avon, Connecticut, and then went to Northfield Mount Herman Prep in Massachusetts. Trying to put this thing away for Notre Dame.
We lost to Notre Dame.
And this is a big win for Notre Dame if they're able to finish it off when you consider.
This is an embarrassing loss. This is embarrassing. Notre Dame. We had to miss 33 points for them to win. It's embarrassing.
We could have been a year ago. And coming into next season, this is how good we need to be all the time and play this way consistently. As Notre Dame finishes off and gets their first ranked win in the past 4 seasons.
On senior day, Mike Gray shed a tear in the pregame. He walks off triumphantly after an impressive win over the 11th ranked team in the country. 5 Notre Dame players reached double figures, led by Prentice Hubbs, 22 points. Again, our final score, Notre Dame 83, Florida State 73. Coming up next, more hoops, Oklahoma State and West Virginia. With Fran Fraschilla, here's Rich Hollenberg.
5 minutes in, West Virginia ranked 6th in the country, taking on Oklahoma State, ranked 17th in the nation in the Big 12 regular season finale for both. Alongside Fran Fraschilla, I'm Rich Hollenberg. The 2 headlines in this one.
Fuck this game. All right, we lost the damn game. We still should be able to get first place. ACC, don't forget we need, what's Jalen talking about? Don't forget we need Louisville to win so we can take the conference title. We still should be able to take the conference title because we beat Virginia, who's second place. We beat Virginia. We got to win over them. They haven't beaten us, so we still should be first, I would assume, right? You had $100 on FSU. Notre Dame's trash, man. There's no reason we should have lost this game. I think we went like, what, 2 for 20? What did we go three-point line? We went like 3 for 15 or something like that. Mr. Wolf says we would won if didn't miss those free throws. The rest went all right. The refs gave us a lot of bad calls. MJ Walker, he played like shit. He was one of the main factors why we lost. He was a no factor. I think he had like 4 points the whole game. He was a no factor. He's a big reason. Scotty played all right. I felt he could have played better. It just wasn't enough punch from us in the first half. The first half pretty much defeated us. Second half, we played hard. Still couldn't really hit threes. Couldn't really get nothing going. The refs were pretty bad, Jalen. Very bad. They kept slowing down our momentum. Hopefully, the ACC tournament's different. I'm still confident we're going to win the ACC regardless. Tournament time, we're going to see what's going to happen with that. But as the guy said, we're still a contender for a championship. I'd like to thank y'all for joining me. Turn Tally Show. I ain't going to stay on much longer, man. I got things. I got a life. I'm tired. It's 4 in the morning. I got up for this game, and Florida State played like ass. So I'm just more sleepy. They gave me no juice. But thanks for watching. Y'all hit that like and subscribe button. I'll be back very shortly. Definitely for the March Madness ACC tournament. Y'all just hit that like and subscribe. Thank y'all for joining me, man. Florida State will be just fine. I'm not stressing about this game. Thanks, Mr. Wolf Strange. No stress about it. Peace, y'all.